flowing, dreams start glowing. Your best be ready, heartbeat steady, cause the air gets heavy. The game is here, no time for fear. Can you hear the cheers? Yeah. Let's go. Stars will rise with the eyes of the bride. Yeah. Stars will rise with the eyes of the bride.
This is Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry.
You are looking live at Boerne, Texas, home of the Greyhounds, where tonight we kick off a brand new season, our 12th season of Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry, where tonight the Battling Billies of Fredericksburg at 3-1 take on the Greyhounds of Boerne at 3-1. Good evening, everybody. I'm Don Harris, as always, along with my broadcast partner, Chuck Mikatinik. But because of COVID-19 and social distancing, Chuck is down on the field for this segment. And Chuck, what a great game to kick off a season. Old rivalries and two very good teams who just suffered their first loss a week ago.
Yeah, Don, exactly right. I mean, you think about getting to this point, and we're talking about maybe not even having high school football this year, much less televising it, so there's a reason to watch right there. But you start off with these two ball clubs tonight, Fredericksburg and Boerne. If we get half the ball game that these two teams have put on over the last couple of years, our televisions might explode. A couple years ago, Fredericksburg was down 4 touchdowns at the break, rallied and almost won it, and then last year, the Battling Billies won a double overtime game, so I feel like we're really in for a barn burner tonight between these two teams that are really, really old and bitter rivals.
Absolutely, and they're lighting up the scoreboard this year. The Battling Billies have scored over 45 points in 3 of their 4 games. They're led by Cole Emmel, who loves to put it in the air, but Chuck, his number one target, both through the air and on the ground, is Judd Beard.
Yeah, Judson Beard is going to be one of those kids for Fredericksburg that they make absolutely no bones about it. They're going to get this guy the ball as often as they can. He's going to line up outside. He's going to line up inside. Heck, he may even get a carry or two in tonight's ball game, not to mention the fact that this young man is also a heck of a defensive back. So, multi-sport star, just an underclassman, so he's got this year and next year as well to shine.
Absolutely, and of course, for Boerne, it all starts with their quarterback, Rashawn Galloway, who leads them in passing, but also leads them in rushing.
It's hard to believe, right, Don, that this young man is just a junior. I mean, we got to remember back, he was getting significant snaps at the quarterback position as a freshman. And you talk about multi-sport guy, this young man is a baseball player, a basketball player, and his arm talent might be as good as anybody in the area. He is a really fine football player.
I'll tell you, Chuck, one of the best things about starting the season 4 weeks late is our Air Today game time weather. It is no longer 106 and cooking bacon down on the turf. Tonight is a beautiful night for football. It is 81 degrees. It's going to get down to about 72. It is clear. The wind is out of the east-northeast at 3 miles per hour. Alex Garcia would be proud to be here tonight, and he would be enjoying this one because it's a gorgeous night for some high school football. When we come back, as always, we'll have our keys to the game. It's Boerne hosting Fredericksburg. Don't go anywhere. T&L is back right after this.
You're watching Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry.
We are closing in on kickoff of the debut of Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, Fredericksburg and Boerne tonight. Right now it's time for our Thomas J. Henry keys to the game. And Chuck, let's start with the Battling Billies and Coach Lance Moffitt.
Well, the first thing they want to do, like a lot of teams, Don, they want to take care of the ball tonight. And also they've really got Rashawn on their mind. They want to keep that guy contained. Let him beat you with his arm, but man, don't let him beat you with his feet as well. And then also, they want to convert in the red zone. They had some problems with that a week ago.
Here's the concerns of Coach Lance Moffitt.
They're an exceptional football team, no question. Their quarterback is exceptional. He can do everything. He's a junior, and he's very scary to watch on film. He can use his legs. He can throw the ball. He can sling it around. Their offensive line is big and strong and good. Their defensive line is exceptional. I mean, they're a good football team all the way around. So we're going to have to raise our game to a high level and, compete and not make mistakes, not give them opportunities. They certainly will take advantage of opportunities if you give it to them, and so hopefully we won't give them any opportunities and try to contain them as best we can.
Greyhounds are 3-1. They're the home team tonight. What are the keys, Chuck, for Coach Jay Hendricks?
Well, here we go. Trust the process, Don. I mean, this has been a process all season long, obviously, with no off season for both of these teams. Now we're at the meat of the schedule, so these guys really want to dial it up tonight. Secondly, they too want to protect the ball. And then, again, here we are. We're week 5. Let it rip. You've been coached. Do what you've been coached to do, and let's get it on.
Here's the concerns of Coach Hendricks.
It's been a great start to the season. That's why we try to play good teams and a good schedule and face a lot of challenges. So, last week was a little setback, but again, a great challenge for us and a good game. And now it's time to respond. So I think each week we've gotten better, and that's the main thing. So looking forward to playing Fredericksburg. It's always a great game. They got a great program. It's a fun, healthy rivalry between the two towns, and a lot of respect for each other, and should be a great week.
If you're a viewer of TNL, you're saying, where's Zach? Well, don't worry. He's here. Zach Hedrick back on the sidelines for us. Zach, what's up, brother?
Hey, guys. Great to be back with you all this season. You guys talked about in the open what a great matchup we have to kick off our 2020 season. And these guys are ready to go already. We got the anthem out ready, the JROTC crew out there. So we're going to send it back to you guys.
All right, and we will listen in to our national anthem.
Captioning for today's game is sponsored by Texas Water Advisor.
Welcome back to Boerne, Texas, Fredericksburg. The Battling Billies, one of the great nicknames in the state of Texas, taking on the Greyhounds of Boerne. While you were away, we heard our national anthem, and Chuck, you made mention of it earlier. These Billies are big boys.
Indeed they are. What I like about this, Don, is, we talked about this being a bitter, heated rivalry, but, the truth of the matter is you look in on both coaches, Lance Moffitt and Coach Shea Hendricks right there, is the fact that, they know that playing a game of this magnitude is going to get them ready for league play. Both of these teams have the utmost respect for one another, and I think what's really interesting to me is that how really both teams being so well balanced. Both teams are able to put the ball in the air and score, got good defenders, big kids all the way around, athletic kids that play a lot of sports. And again, we talked about this at the onset. We're talking about two teams that have really, really put on a show the last 2 years. So I'm really looking forward to this one. It's a good one to have to open things up, huh?
Yeah, not only do they put on a show when they play each other, they light up the scoreboard this season. As we said, when you look at Fredericksburg, they put 55 up on Monahans and followed that up with 54 on Gerald, 46 against Gonzalez. And then last week they suffered their first loss of the year, but just a 1-point loss to a Wimberley team that went deep into the state playoffs a year ago. So this is a team that is very, very good. And here locally, we've kept up with the Boerne Greyhounds and Rashawn Galloway. They too have put up big numbers and beaten good programs. Boerne's last W came against Burnett, and they're no slouch. So we should have two fine football teams tonight. The Fredericksburg Battling Billies will receive our RNL Certified Auto Group kickoff, and we are about ready to get underway.
Couple of 3-1 squads to start. And, heck, Fredericksburg last week left 4 points on the board in the kicking game. So they get that cleaned up, maybe they're rolling the table to this point.
Scott Hetty, who plays on both sides of the ball and also plays kicker, will kick it off. And it is taken at the 20-yard line. The Billies across the 25 and down right there. And Matthew Smith on the return. And we will get our first look with tonight's starting lineups sponsored by Taco Cabana, at the young man that's had a big season so far this year, Cole Emmel at quarterback. We talked a little bit about his favorite offensive target in Judd Beard, who was a second teamer on all-district last year, but Chuck, Cole Emmel has put it up for 715 yards and also run the ball for 349 yards.
Yeah, doing a really good job in growing game to game.
He'll turn and hand it on first down, and the Boerne defense there to make a stop after a gain of about 2. That was Gavin French on the carry. That'll set up second down and 8 or 9. The Battling Billies will put it up in the air. 70 pass attempts on the season for Emmel, and he'll spread out Beard to the inside on the slot as they look at second down and 9. Looks the other way, fires, and it's caught. And diving for a first down, the Billies will move the change as Cade Yenski gets his 5th reception of the year, and that is a Mammoth Contracting first down.
A little tempo here to start.
Toss it. Nice blocking on the left-hand side. Gain of about 7 or 8 for Fredericksburg. And Chuck, they have a lot of different weapons as we look at the Boerne defense. And you said it, they've got a number of good athletes, including Houston Hendricks, whose name sounds familiar with these Greyhounds.
No doubt. Running in the blood.
Second down and 9. Emmel loses the handle, breaks 1 tackle, but the Greyhounds come up with a big loss of about 8 on the play. Good job of pursuing the football, and the tackle was made by Colton Patrick.
Yeah, for Cole Emmel, good job here. I mean, the first thing you have to do is find the ears, which he then does, and then does well to at least get this down to at least 3rd and 11 on 3rd down. But he was looking at, probably 3rd and 15 or 16. So, do the best with what you have. Stay in the moment. Doing a really good job. And now we'll see if Boerne can get off the field, as they've got the Billies backed up here on 3rd down.
Great chance to get a stop here for Boerne. Emmel's got 3 to his left. He's going to fire it out, and it's just off the hands of Judd Beard. Just a little hot, and that'll set up a punting situation for the Battling Billies. So, Chuck, as you said, Boerne with a nice job, be it a mistake, but they got the pressure, got the tackle, and set up a chance to get the football.
Well, Elijah Marshall doing a really good job, number 10 for Boerne on that particular play. The senior linebacker kind of sniffed that out and really disrupted it from the onset.
I love saying this. Rob Zuberbuehler will do the punting. Flag flies. Matthew Smith will wave everybody off and let it bounce, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see what the call is.
Dude, your German's pretty good.
Well, I learned it sitting next to you, listening to all your
Duolingo classes?
Your Duolingo classes, yeah. What is it, Babbel? What are those tapes you listen to?
Let's get the call first.
Procedure on Fredericksburg.
False start against the Billies.
Yeah, you get a little here and a little there, and you go to Fredericksburg, you get a little bit more.
So I said Zuberbuehler. How would you say it correctly?
Zuberbuehler.
There you go.
You're close.
It's fun.
So we're laughing. It's if he changed that E to an H on the back end of his last name, it'd be accessories. And he does play a lot of spots, so you're keeping an eye on him all night.
All right, we're going to get our first look at Rashawn Galloway in the Boerne offense. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. You see Galloway's numbers. He's special. He's going to throw it on first down, and he's going to go deep. Got a man in stride. Caught across the 30, down to the 25-yard line, and just like that, the Boerne Greyhounds strike. Will Pearson on the catch.
Well, Rashawn Galloway, what have you done for me lately? First strike of the night is the first ball of the night, and right on the money.
Jackson Harper with the catch. Galloway will fire. Hetty's got it. Breaks a tackle, and it is hit hard right across the 25-yard line.
Boerne coming out attacking, playing downhill football.
defending for the Battle of Billies.
Now set up second down and
Number 33, Logan
about 8.
And number 6, Joseph
Galloway in the gun. Fakes to Hetty. He can run it. Got a man wide open. Caught. Touchdown. That's Matthew Smith. And the Greyhounds are on the board.
Number 15, Riley Pocaccio, is good for a
Mercy.
touchdown.
How about that? Rashawn Galloway, just so much poise, floating to his left, and just has to flick the wrist in order to get 6. And Bernie, 3 plays down the field and punching Fredericksburg quickly in the mouth in this one.
One of our Play of the Week nominees last week was Riley Pocaccio, not Matthew Smith. I butchered that. Pocaccio, just a sophomore with the catch. And the Greyhounds take a 7-0 lead. Fredericksburg will have the football when we come back here to Thursday Night Lights. Welcome back, and it's our Guild Mortgage Smile Cam, and Rashawn Galloway has a lot to smile about. Chuck, we were talking in the commercial break. He looks the part. A couple of dimes there. I know the second one was wide open, but still, he makes it look easy.
Well, and it's hard to believe, Don, again, with as much poise as we saw in that first drive. I mean, this guy's just a junior, but again, he's a veteran junior guy, and he's still got a whole nother year after this one to put some tape together. So you know that at some point, the college offers are going to start to come in, and obviously this is a really strange recruiting year with everything that's been involved the last 6 months. So he just keeps doing what he's doing, and it's going to come.
All right, so Hetty will put his foot into this one. And Cade Yenske and Judd Beard back there again, taken by the Billies and across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Well, they'll have a chance to move the football this time. Kind of shot themselves in the foot with a bad snap on the last drive, but they were moving the football before that. So Lance Moffitt's crew will line it up. And again, Judd Beard, a very special offensive player, both receiving and running. And Emmel is putting up big-time numbers with 715 yards and 7 touchdowns in just 4 games.
Well, I can assure you this, Fredericksburg is not going to panic over one drive.
1st and 10, they hand it to Beard. Beard busts his way up. Nice gain on 1st down, picks up about 7. Will Pearson in on the tackle.
Well, there you go. You're talking to the coaches this week, and it's like, man, we're not going to make any secrets. Everybody's seen the tape. 6 is going to have his hands on the ball a lot.
Sets up 2nd and 3. Emma will keep this time. Takes a shot right at the stick. Nice big hit there by the Greyhounds. Colton Patrick.
You're going to be close, but a little short maybe.
See where they spot it. You called it, partner.
Tackle made by number 10, Elijah.
Well, no, they're going to give him the 1st down.
Yeah, I called it incorrectly.
Well, the way they had it, it looked short.
Yeah, I'm standing right at the 42-yard line here in the booth, so that's all right. I got bad peepers.
Emmel going to fire into double coverage. It's incomplete. A little high for Cade Yenske. Good coverage on the play by a couple of Greyhounds, including Will Pearson.
Yeah, Will Pearson underneath and Aaron Oviedo over the top. That would have been a tough one to try to sneak in there, but hey, let it rip there on 1st down. Why not?
Pearson doing a good job getting a hand on it to break it up. Sets up 2nd down and 10. Fredericksburg making sure they got the play right. They'll snap it. Looks like a halfback pass, firing over the middle. Again, good double coverage by a couple of Greyhounds. Pearson was there again, and so was Aaron Oviedo. So the same 2 guys with not going to be fooled with any sort of trickeration.
Yeah, that's really, really good job on the back end. I mean, this early in the game, especially after they've got you on a couple of runs, you need to look in the backfield and take a peek, but those two dudes staying back.
Time for a Beluga Air player profile. It's Davis Englert. He's on the Football Leadership Council and agricultural mechanics is his interest. As the Battling Billies look to convert on third, Immel's going to run it and dives for the stick. And second effort may have gotten a first down for the Battling Billies.
Well, Immel has half as much rushing yardage as he does passing yardage, so he can do it. And I mean, on 3rd and 10, he let his receivers get deep, realized he had one guy to beat for the sticks, and that was an outstanding one-on-one play, obviously, to move the chains and get some fresh downs.
It's a mammoth contracting first down for the Battling Billies. Immel's run for 349 yards and 6 touchdowns on the year. This time he'll keep again, but Boerne's defense pretty stout, a 2-yard gain. In on the tackle for Boerne, Tanner Lunny, a junior linebacker. But the Billies are moving the sticks.
Yeah, I mean, not your typical quarterback trying to run the ball, huh? I mean, we've seen that a couple of times. He gets the ball, he gets it between the crease, and he's falling forward for a couple of yards.
Yeah, Fredericksburg, a very physical football team. They're big up front, and their talent. Yenski, a good-sized young man as well. Little option to the right. Pitch and spinning for a nice gain is Gavin French. He's got 5 touchdowns rushing on the year, and another one receiving. Like I said, the Battling Billies have put up a lot of touchdowns this season, only 4 games in.
Yeah, and Houston Hendricks doing an amazing job right there out on the edge, kind of on an island. But he was equal to the stop and brings up a 3rd down situation.
3rd and 4. Immel sends 2 to his left, 2 to his right. And we've got a whistle.
Dead
And
ball.
we've got a false start against the Battling Billies.
5-yard penalty.
Well, we talked to Coach Moffitt this week, and he was really concerned about, making sure that they protected the ball. That was number one, and clean up a couple of things. He felt like they would be okay, but they kind of hurt themselves here on the first 2 drives of the ball game. They had the bad snap on drive number 1, and then, you're looking at 3rd and short here, and now you're backed up 3rd and long after the penalty.
Yeah, almost the exact same situation they put themselves in. 3rd down and 9. They try to convert in Boerne territory. Immel will roll to his right and throw it. Got a man open. Got him. May have been out of bounds.
Caught it.
They're going to call it inbounds. Yes, they do. Nice grab by Trip Dennis, and it's good for a Battling Billy first down.
Yeah, look at Cole throwing on the run, showing what he can do.
And
Launching one, and then making sure his guy was the only guy that could catch it.
Flag down. We'll listen in.
Dead ball. False start against Fredericksburg.
Another false start. Referee is David Maxwell. And how about props to the officiating crew? No replay in high school football, and that's a tough one to judge, but yep, you see him get the 1 foot down and then maintain control. And the officials are all over it.
Yeah, nice job on the field. We've got some referees doing a good job tonight. They're college guys, so they're glad to be here. We're glad to be here, and boy, really heady play there by Trip Dennis. Nice feet, young man. At least foot.
Sets up 1st and 15. Immel fires. That's Yenski. And he's got it across into our Centro Med red zone.
Get those 5 yards back.
Cole Immel's pass is complete to Cade Yenski.
Look out, the Battling Billies threatening here. Not a surprise with the numbers they've put up on the scoreboard this year.
Yeah, I mean,
They're machine-like right now.
Yeah, right. I mean, both of these teams multiple. They do a lot of different things, a lot of window dressing, and really, really hard for defenses to get a wrangle on.
It's French on the carry. Breaks a tackle and 2. Gets all the way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Gavin French. 19 carries coming into this ball game with 5 touchdowns rushing. Also a very smart young man. He's our scholar athlete. We'll hear more about him later as the Battling Billies go quick. 3 to the left. They hand it to French again, and this time he's corralled by the Greyhounds. And on the tackle was Cole Burnett.
Go with a three-headed monster back there, Don, at running back. You got French, and you got Avi Rodriguez, and then our man Zuberbuehler is going to get some snaps too. So they're going to come at you a lot of different ways, but as you can see, French has been described as the bowling ball of the three.
He's tough, hard to bring down. Emma will keep across the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. Nice design on that play because you got to pay attention to Judd Beard, who came in motion.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, there's so many things you can do after you've established the fact that Beard's going to get the ball, and a lot of things going on in that backfield. And Fredericksburg decides to keep it with the quarterback and turn it upfield. Made a nice play.
All right, so big play for the Boerne defense. 3rd down and goal for the Battling Billies. Knocking on the door at the 3.5. Immel brings Beard in motion, and Immel will keep. Immel to the 2, but he's brought down. Nice tackle by the Greyhound defense as Landon Lesturgeon got in there to bring him down.
Nothing wrong with your eyes. That was a heck of a play, no doubt. I mean, another guy that was in space with a guy that is a nifty ball carrier and bringing up a 4th down. They had some troubles in the kicking game last week, so not surprised here that they're going to line up and at least show that they're going for it.
Here we go, 4th down for the Battling Billies. Emma will fire, a little out route, caught, touchdown, Fredericksburg. That's Matthew Smith, the other 15. They've both got a score, and we're an extra point away from being tied up.
How about that? Fredericksburg rolling the bones early in this football game, and look at that. He squares that rat off really nice.
That's a bread and butter play that you work on all summer long. That's going to get you the 1st down on 4th and 1. It's automatic when you work all summer on it.
Zip, zap.
We've got ourselves a football game. We told you we would. Boerne and Fredericksburg tied at 7.
Hey TNL fans, Taco Cabana is proud to be the title sponsor of Thursday Night Lights. Our Kicking Grande nachos go perfectly with any type of football game. Stop by any Taco Cabana and enjoy. Make plans now to visit TC after the game or this weekend. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back to Boerne ISD Stadium. We're all tied up, Fredericksburg and Boerne. This is Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights. Usually we have our sponsors down on the field, but because of COVID-19, we'd like to hear from our good friends over at Taco Cabana. Fredericksburg getting ready to kick it off. 2:47 to go here in the quarter. And Boerne will see if they can put it back on the scoreboard after giving up a touchdown to a very potent Fredericksburg team. See that little fake?
I did. I like it.
Little Greg Zerline, he's got it on a tee though.
Nothing wrong with junking up special teams. I'm all for it.
That's Aaron Cordero Rojas who will kick it away. He'll squib it right up the middle where it's handled. Brought across the 30 with some room. Look out to the 50, cutting back across midfield and down inside the 45 is Riley Pikacek. He's got a touchdown already, and we'll be back.
Number 15, Riley Pikacek.
Welcome back, Rashawn Galloway in the Boerne offense taking the field as we're tied up 7 apiece here with 2:33 to play. Che Hendricks has himself a special one in this Galloway kid, and the best news for Che is he's coming back next year.
Yeah, both quarterbacks only juniors. I mean, how good's this game going to be next year?
Let's put it on the schedule again, shall we?
Amen.
It's a Mammoth contracting 1st down. Galloway off the hands of his intended receiver. That was intended for Justin Moore. Taking a look at our Taco Cabana starting lineups. You saw Pekacek already with 1 touchdown. He spreads it out to a number of receivers, including Jackson Harper, Justin Moore. Both have over 100 yards on the season. 2nd down and 10. Galloway got a little bubble screen.
Look out.
Pekacek, watch out. He can fly again inside Battling Billy territory, inside the 25, and the Greyhounds making it look easy.
Oh, really nice setup there, huh? I mean, got the little screen going, and Roby Hunter, number 18, doing a really good job sealing his man. Pick up another 10 yards on the back end of the reception because of that.
Changing the play.
1st down 3.
Galloway looks to the sidelines for the call. He'll keep Galloway. Look out, Galloway fighting off tacklers, bullying his way down to the 5-yard line with a little something extra on the end of that one and into the Central Med red zone.
Look at the lower torso of Rashawn Galloway. You think he plays catcher on the baseball team? Doesn't move like one, that's for sure. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Bam.
Did you see
me.
the tackler just bounced off his hip and thigh? Shades of Earl Campbell there. 1st down and 10. Inside handoff, going nowhere. Good job by the Fredericksburg defense. And coming off the bottom of that tackle, as you look at the defensive starters, and you see a lot of guys playing both ways for these Battling Billies, including Gavin French and Cade Yansky.
Yes.
2nd and goal.
Simpson and Verbolding doing a really good job plugging that hole.
Galloway's going to fire on the slant. Caught. Touchdown. Pekacek's got his 2nd of the night.
Ain't nothing to it. Mercy.
That's a fastball. You said he's got a look in baseball from the colleges. He just threw a fastball right.
Yeah, Texas State's offered him in baseball, so we know he's got the arm if he's a catcher.
And he's
speaks
tough.
about his athleticism right there too, and yeah, he's tough. I mean, it was funny. I thought he was going to talk some junk to one of the guys that tried to put a hat on him, and he just went up there and put a nice little tap on his helmet saying, nice job.
Scott Hetty's extra point is good, but there's a flag down. We'll see what that is. Here's another look at it. Just one-on-one coverage, and again, just like the Fredericksburg touchdown, when you work with those receivers, when you get man coverage like that, it's hard to defend.
He just looks the part, right? I mean, so much poise. The game seems like it's super slow for him.
Kind of a Byron Leftwich, look. He doesn't look fast. Like you said, he's incredibly powerful, but he's got a great arm, and he can also run.
Oh, yeah. I mean, plays basketball as well. And, again, we talk about his youth, but the fact that he got meaningful snaps at quarterback as a freshman. He was playing behind a senior that year. And then, he lit it up last year as a sophomore, and he's certainly off to a great start his junior year as well. He just brings a calmness and confidence to this entire offense, and you can tell the other guys are feeding off that as well.
So a little pooch kick here by Bernie. That'll be tough to handle. Watch out. Fredericksburg doing a good job to get on top of it, and we're back in 15 seconds.
San Antonio International is the first and only airport to use the Light Strike robot, which is proven to destroy hard-to-kill viruses, to include the virus that causes COVID-19, providing the highest level of cleanliness so you can fly easier, fly safer, and fly confident.
Nice job by Fredericksburg to keep possession of that on a really tricky kickoff.
Yeah, our man Zuberbuehler doing a really good job. I mean, he knew he was going to get his clock cleaned on that one, but after that ball checked out, man, he sacrificed himself for the betterment of the squad.
All right, so Fredericksburg will try to answer. Emil fakes, keeps, and gets across the 40. Nice strong run there. We talked about how physical Immel and Yancey and Beard are, and they don't mind taking punishment, and they don't mind dishing it out either.
Now, you can tell how quickly Cole's growing up too in this offense, and every game he gets, things are going to slow down as well. I mean, this is a young man that played a bunch on JV last year, kind of worked his way up, and here he is, and he looks the part as well.
And you're looking at our Plumbing Today band cam as Immel fires to Smith on a slant. And that's good for another Mammoth contracting first down.
You talk about quick releases. How about that one? Snap the wrist and ball's gone.
Tackle made by number 24, Colby Brown.
Saw the band members here tonight. Not all of the band. They're doing some social distancing with both schools. Fredericksburg band didn't make the trip, and they're missing a good one. We're done with the first quarter, and we've got ourselves a great football game. 14-7, we're coming back with more. Welcome back. Time for our Air Serve first quarter highlights, and there's been a lot of them. Rashawn Galloway got the scoring started with a nice drive. Hit Jackson Harper for a gain there, and Riley Pekacek, the first of his 2 touchdowns tonight. Fredericksburg has answered as Cole Immels and their offense has moved the football well. And this was a big-time play on 4th down to Matthew Smith. That evened it up at 7 apiece, and then Pekacek got his second on that dart thrown by Galloway. That's where we are right now as Immels will roll to his right and fire. Yancey's got it at the 40, bounces off 3 guys, and look at him, he's still going across the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. And Chuck, I was talking to this young man pregame, and TV doesn't do justice just how strong this kid is.
Well, what's interesting, right? I mean, how many times do you see a receiver get that ball and just tiptoe out of bounds? That young man, Yancey, just turning it back upfield and getting 4, 5, 6 more yards.
Immel got all day, fires, caught again. The ball's out, but I believe he was down. Bernie's going to say they want the football, but Matthew Smith got inside the Central Med red zone, and he's got a South Texas Votech first down for the Battling Billies.
Yeah, quarterback and receiver doing a really nice job finding the soft spot in the zone, find some open space, and pitch and catch, and sticks are fresh.
First down, Immel's hands. Good pursuit by the Bernie defense. Jumping in there for the tackle was Elijah Marshall. Sets up 2nd down and 9, just a gain of 1.
Yeah, this Bernie defensive line, very, very, very stout. It's going to be really hard to just hand off and get yards against these guys up front. I mean, this is definitely the pulse of their football team on defense, right up here up front.
2nd down and 9 for the Billies. Immels fakes and keeps, and like you said, Chuck, not a lot of place to go as the Bernie defense bows up right there in the middle. And that was Tanner McCarter on the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan Hamby, kid's a load up front, 42. And then you go right across the board. These guys are good at getting in the backfield, disrupting things there, and then also bowing up and sticking it when the other team tries to run on you.
3rd down and 8 for Immel and company. Straight drop, wants to throw, got a man over the middle, and that ball is broken up. Like 2 guys had a shot at it, both of them did, but Will Pearson wins the battle and knock it away.
Well, right up front for Fredericksburg, those guys doing an amazing job. Wright, Whitworth, Englert, Hernandez, and Price. I mean, that was as clean a pocket as you can hope for, giving the quarterback a throwing lane. So, seeing Fredericksburg's offensive line assert itself on that point.
It's 4th down, and no sign of kicking it here for the Battling Billies. 4th and 8. They're rolling the bones. Immel again. He's going to loft it to the corner, and he's got a man, but he's out of bounds. And the Greyhounds defense holds again, and they're happy about it.
Yeah, it's a big stop, and really a good job by Cole Immel that time. You know, he was feeling the pressure, kept the play alive, stepped up, and tried to hit his man in the corner of the end zone, but just a little bit too far to the right.
And earlier this week, we had a chance to talk to our friends over at San Antonio Sports.
Well, Thursday Night Lights is, a great opportunity to reach and motivate our high school athletes, their families, coaches, etc. We've tried to do that with the Beyond the Game program. Sinclair Broadcast Group and Methodist Healthcare have been great partners. And, the program really encourages high school and middle school teams to submit narratives and pictures and videos of things that they are doing to reflect key character traits, respect, selfless service. Those types of things with community service tend to feed on each other. So we started 4 years ago with 20 high schools submitting, and last year we had over 70. And so we're anticipating a lot more this year. It keeps growing, but it really sets the tone for the coaches, parents, and players to do things beyond what they do on the field or the court.
We've been partners in this program for a couple of years now, and at Methodist Healthcare, our mission is serving humanity to honor God. And we think that getting our student athletes and our school districts involved in community outreach programs is a great way of living that message and really instilling that kind of thought process and behavior within the high school and middle school audience. So it's just a great program, and we're inspired by what the work the kids are doing in the communities.
Love our friends over at San Antonio Sports, and the Beyond the Game program has been fantastic, not only for the kids who participate, but for our community as well. As Galloway takes over on first down, turns and hands off, and look out, tripped up across the 40, across the 35-yard line. But I tell you what, J.P. Castro had his eyes on the house and just barely got tripped up there late. Good speed by the Fredericksburg defense to close. They'll hand to him again, why not? But this time he stopped for no gain.
How about Judson Beard on that last play? I mean, if he doesn't zip and bolt across the field, that thing's going to the hizzy. Mercy, that kid shot out of the cannon.
They both
come over and make that tackle.
Judson Beard playing both ways. Second and 11. Another handoff. Castro again going nowhere. Good job by the Fredericksburg defensive pursuit. Castro's got 40 carries on the year. He's run for 157 yards and a touchdown. He'll sub out. That was our first look at him tonight.
I'll tell you what, he doesn't need much room either.
3rd and 9 for Galloway. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve here.
A lot of look-at-me stuff here on these plays when they get to the line of scrimmage, and there's plenty of time on the play clock.
Coaching staff surveying the defense. And Galloway will throw that little bubble screen again to Pakacek. He's drilled again by Beard. Wow, what a player Judd Beard is.
And that was a really good job by the Fredericksburg defense. I mean, they were in a really good position to stop this play cold, but, sometimes you just get out-athleted.
He comes in like a missile, man. 4th down and a yard.
I like this, man. Both teams are airing it out and letting it loose.
Galloway's going to keep. Sidestep, he's going to get there. He does with a stiff arm, gets across the 50. He's got another South Texas Votech first down.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the size, Brashawn outside, if you don't go down and try to make a tackle below the waist, and good luck doing that as well, but it is going to be impossible to bring that young man down when he throws a stiff arm out.
Yeah, you might end up on a poster. Again, the Greyhound coaching staff trips to the right-hand side, and now Bernie doesn't like it. They're going to call a timeout. Greyhounds will take it, and we'll take it with them. They lead Fredericksburg, and they've got the football with 7:41 to go here in the second quarter on Thursday Night Lights on the CW35. Welcome back. You're looking at our Orange Theory Fitness Band Cam as the Boerne Band getting ready for the halftime show here. Halftime will be a little different than in most years, but exciting nonetheless as Galloway fakes, fires over the middle, and off the hands of his intended receiver, Jackson Harper.
He didn't want to smell his fingers for singes. This was a rocket. He almost was able to pull that in a little high, but Moffitt doing a good job airing that on it. I mean, stretching out to try to get that one.
Meanwhile, the Greyhounds on 2nd and 10 will again look for the play call. Trying to get another score here before halftime. Galloway fires another dart, and that's off his hands of his intended receiver too. And both of those catchable footballs, those are really good throws by the young man Galloway.
Well, I mean, it's just unbelievable, really, how good his arm is. And we talked about it at the beginning, his arm talent, it's going to be tough to beat in this entire area. I mean, you could tell this guy's a catcher. No problems probably throwing at the second base either for guys trying to steal bags. He's throwing lasers.
3rd down and 10 at midfield, trying to keep the drive alive. He's in trouble, gets out of it, scrambling, and now goes deep.
Are you kidding me?
And almost made an amazing throw.
So now he's throwing it 55 yards on the run, and let's just first of all talk about the pocket presence. I mean, he's got guys bearing down on him, pivots, rolls back the other way, and then just simply flicks his wrists, and 55 yards later, trying to make a completion down at the other end that would have been miraculous, to say the least.
That was shades of another Hill Country quarterback I remember that won a Heisman Trophy at Texas A&M out of Kerrville Tivy. Keeping it alive and then just slinging it and finding somebody. And he almost did that, and he'll punt this one. Little squibber. It's caught at 15, and Fredericksburg across the 30 to the 35 with a nice return there by Mason Ray. So Fredericksburg will have a chance to tie it up here. When we come back, it's Boerne 14, Fredericksburg 7.
And you get the sense that.
Welcome back. We're ready to get going here for the Fredericksburg Battling Billies with 1st and 10. Ball on their own 35. Emma wants to throw, pumps, and completes it right at the stick for a South Texas Votech 1st down to Judd Beard.
Great play on both ends, obviously. Cole Immel doing a really good job. Pocket was collapsing and just really armed through that one himself, showing off his bazooka. And then Beard making a really nice play, adjusting back towards the ball to pick up the sticks.
Beard comes in motion. This time they fake it to him. Immel goes right, and right through the hands of Yenski, who was wide open, threw a little bit behind him. If he hits him in stride, Yenski may take that one a long way.
Now you see how much attention that Boerne is having to afford Beard, and Cole actually had a couple of guys on that play he could have gone to. Over on the right side, he had a guy, and then right down the middle flashing, he had a guy. Again, when you have a player as dynamic as number 6 is, that's where the defensive eyes are going to go a lot, as well it should.
2nd down and 10 for Immel. He'll fake it to French, fire the slant again, and twice now he's thrown just behind the intended receiver. Beard on that one, and it looks like it may have been just a little miscommunication on the route.
Let's see if Fredericksburg goes back to that, something similar, because that's twice now on 2 different plays where they've had players open for sizable chunks of yards. Pretty sure the coaches are seeing what we're seeing here too.
So big play here for the Battling Billies, 3rd and 10 in their own territory. Down a touchdown with 6 minutes to go. Emma on a run to his right, wants to run it all the way.
and does. Good pursuit by the Boerne defense, and they bring him down short of a first down right at the 50-yard line. And that Boerne defense fired up. Good job on the pursuit by number 30, Langston Lesturgeon.
Yeah, 22 in there too. Tanner Lundy. We've been giving these offenses so much love, and Lundy equal to the task there, just finishing off the ball carrying. And, you know, we talked about how dynamic both of these offenses are. Now all of a sudden we've seen the defenses come up and make some stops here in the second quarter.
Hey, Chuck, who's doing the punting right now?
Is that our man?
Yeah.
Zuba Beulah?
I'm going to let you say it.
You got it, bro. Quick learner.
I can say Zuberbuehler, but it's better when you do the whole Dieter accent. We're back in 15 seconds.
San Antonio International is the first and only airport to use the Light Strike robot, which is proven to destroy hard-to-kill viruses, to include the virus that causes COVID-19, providing the highest level of cleanliness so you can fly easier, fly safer, and fly confident.
Thanks to San Antonio Airport for that. 4th down and 5, and we've got a Beluga Air player profile, and it is the aforementioned Rob Zuberbuehler.
Look at that. Now, the most impressive thing on there, Don, is the fact that that GPA is about to bust the screen. I mean, how impressive is that? I mean, forget all the football stuff. Man, that's mighty impressive there, Mr. Zuberbuehler. Proud of that.
Yeah, man. How many times do we see that with these kids? They're so well-rounded and involved in community service and in the books these days. And every week we're amazed at some of these scholar athletes. As he angles that one to the sideline, that's how you do it right there. It's going to be spotted right about the 11-yard line. Nice punt by Rob Zuberbuehler.
He has been all over the field. And, you know, it was interesting, Don, talking to Coach Moffitt this week. You know, we play these games every week, obviously, and it's very different for these teams involved because of the television timeouts. And Coach Moffitt said, man, we're grateful for the extra blows every now and then because, you know, you guys have the commercial breaks. It gives us a chance to catch our breath because we've got so many kids that play both ways.
Yeah, and he's put his best athletes on the field, and what we've seen tonight from Beard and Yenski, very impressive. These young men are really good high school football players. 1st and 10. Can Boerne make it a 2-touchdown lead before the break? Inside handoff. And lots of running room, again, right up the middle. And Boerne has done a nice job with their interior offensive line to blast these holes open for guys like J.P. Castro.
Well, you know, I think the tendency, again, is when you have a talented quarterback, as Boerne does with Rashawn, that, you know, sometimes you're going to be able to get some gash plays just right up the gut because there's so much focus on the passing game. There's some razzle.
Well, reverse. Stringing it out is the Fredericksburg defense, and it's going nowhere. Good job at staying at home. Gavin French, another two-way player, making the play.
Yeah, and Gavin French is one of those guys that will play safety, but they have no problems dropping him down around the line of scrimmage. He'll play some linebacker as well, and look at that. Got a nose for the ball and does not whiff when given the opportunity for a tackle.
So Boerne's got an interesting play here. 3rd and 6, or they'll turn the ball over on downs and give Fredericksburg another shot at it before halftime. Galloway, straight drop, blitz, and they read it perfectly. A good call on that, and they execute the screen and pick up another South Texas Votech 1st down. Again, it's J.P. Castro. A good call for the defense that was coming. They showed blitz, and Boerne ran a little screen. Perfect call for that situation.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you do something like that, and obviously guys are pinning their ears back thinking they're going to have to get to the backfield, and just a little dump down and fresh set.
Ball loose on the ground, little poor execution. That'll lose a yard as they weren't able to handle the snap cleanly. And Chuck, I got to tell you, I know it's only the second quarter, but when we get to the 4th quarter, the musings of the uniform czar tonight are going to be very interesting.
You know, we had a cutaway about 2 minutes ago, and I thought the same thing with those helmets. I thought, man, I'm surprised you haven't chimed in yet.
I'm waiting. Galloway spins out of it, fires, and does a smart thing by throwing it away.
Wow, outstanding job. You talk about guys staying in their lane. I mean, how do you try to contain a quarterback as talented as a Rashawn Galloway? Well, a guy like Gavin French and James Sabera knew exactly what to do. When you're getting pressure, you cannot allow him to get outside. And because they just stayed in their lane, that really forced Rashawn's eyes strictly downfield, and when there was nobody there, he just dumped it away.
So it's 3rd and 11 for Galloway. Arm strength, and it's a slant. Boerne wants an interference call, and they get it late. French on the coverage, real tight coverage. The flag was late, but it was there, and it looks like Boerne's going to have a first down, a pass interference on French.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it because it looked from my vantage point. Now, granted, I'm 70 yards away from the action, that it might have been incidental.
Yeah.
But we'll see that that's probably not the case.
David Maxwell with the call.
Either way, it came from the back judge, so he had a better look at it than I did.
Yeah, hard to see. Maybe their feet got tangled up.
Maybe hooked him a little bit there at the right arm, so there you go. That's why those guys get paid to do what they do, and we get paid to not, to just shut up and let them play ball.
1st and 10 for Galloway. Those little fade straight down the middle. Oh, and just overshot his intended receiver. Same type of ball he threw on the first play of the game, just a touch ball, and that time he just overthrew his intended receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that there was really anything wrong with the ball that was thrown. Justin Moore looked like he was trying to track it and really stopped his speed for just a split second, and I think that kind of messed up the timing of the play a little bit.
Galloway showing all kinds of throws tonight. Touch throws, power throws. Hands it this time to Scott Hetty, the fullback, and got a nice chunk back there. Picks up about 6.
Yeah, and a good job in space there by Logan Metzger, the junior linebacker, who also freelances at running back as well, to come down and make a play and force Boerne into another 3rd down situation.
We're now under 3 minutes to go in the half. 3rd and 5. Boerne with a big conversion opportunity here. Their own 45-yard line. Trips to the right for Galloway, who looks that way and fires. And again, Chuck, in a lot of these situations, these balls are just too hot to handle for high school football players.
Well, on that time, they really had no choice. You got to get the ball away quickly because Fredericksburg was bringing the house.
No, I'm not begrudging them. I'm saying these balls should be caught. They're caught at the next level. You got to get on the jugs machine.
Hey, man, easy for you to say.
I know. No, I'm not saying I can catch it. I'm just saying that's a good throw.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, again, I mean, just even from where we're standing, it's clear that his arm talent is completely next level, and we'll play there as well.
He'll punt it again, and Galloway gets a nice roll here. That's going to bounce inside the 15, all the way down to the 13-yard line. So if the Battling Billies are going to tie this football game up before halftime, they got a long way to go and only 2:29 to get there.
I got the reference.
Galloway's punt is down by number 19, Sam Kennel.
Hey, check out our air conditioning service company, Smile Cam. Boerne cheerleaders wearing their purple masks.
Man, it's just good to have it back, isn't it, brother?
Man, I'm telling you, it's fun. Emmel, blitz, center screen. Beard is wrapped up and doing a nice job there on the tackle is Elijah Marshall, the senior linebacker.
That guy's a load, too. Once again, I mean, it was all you could eat, really, for the Billies on that play. I mean, they could have gone inside with that throw, which they did. They also had an opportunity to go outside with it. So screens working for both squads tonight.
Under 2 minutes, 2nd and 7. Emmel straight drop. Wants to run and does. And coming up from his linebacker spot delivering a nice big hit for the Boerne Greyhounds is number 30, Landon Lesturgeon again.
Cole Emmel doing an outstanding job back there in the pocket. His eyes were downfield the entire time, and when he broke the pocket, he was trying to hit his man deep, but his receiver fell down, so he had no choice but to turn it up.
3rd and 2. They'll give it to their stud Beard. He gets the 2 and more. Still fighting. Beard still pushing the pile forward for another South Texas Votech first down.
Now we're seeing just how explosive Judd Beard is time and time again. And this young man, just a junior, and about what you'd expect. He is a track man, but he also plays basketball, but really concentrating on football, and for good reason.
Very powerful football player as Emmel wants to go deep. Loads up, decides not to go, flag flies. He had contact and lost his footing. Making a good play was John Warden, but let's see what the flag's all about. Fredericksburg may have blocked the man in the back into their own player.
I'm going to set.
Holding.
It's going to be a hold against Fredericksburg.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense.
That's why he's not wearing a hat. He threw them both.
First down, Fredericksburg.
And it's offsetting penalties. It'll be a first down for Fredericksburg after a personal foul against Boerne.
I didn't see any holds right there, but oh, the late chunk at the end there.
I mean, that's really late.
At least he did him a solid, just kind of fell on him.
Emmel throws a little out route. Matthew Smith stays inbounds, so 53, and we tick down inside 45 before they'll snap it again. It'll be a first down, a South Texas Votech first down for the Battling Billies, who want to go quick now at midfield. Emmel scrambling, nowhere to go with it. Being pursued, makes a smart read, throws it out of bounds, stops the clock with 40 seconds to go. We've got a flag.
Yeah, really good job by the Boerne defense that time, staying at home and staying in their lanes. John Warden et al. Making sure that the quarterback did not get outside the pocket.
Got a hold on Fredericksburg, something that's liable to happen when you're running around back there that long. Lance Moffitt getting a call. His coordinators see what they're going to run here. They've got 40 seconds, but they do have 2 timeouts.
First and 20 for Fredericksburg.
Well set penalty will set up first down and 20. There we go. Fredericksburg trying to tie it up before the half. Emmel wants to go deep. Loads up and let's go this time into double coverage. A great throw to Judd Beard, who got open, and Emmel put it right where he had to complete it.
Well, we'll see what happens here, because there's going to be an unsportsmanlike call again in the backfield. But man, what a dime that was.
A perfect throw.
Starting to get a little heated down here in Boerne, Texas.
Well, it's a rivalry, decades old. Respectful one, but yeah, heated is right. David Maxwell waiting to make it official.
Yeah, and they've always had good programs here at Boerne, and it's amazing the job that Coach Moffitt has done.
Foul, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Building up this program at Fredericksburg. I mean, he was reminding me that Johnny Football once put 70 on him back in the day. But man, this play's coming back, but my goodness, you can't do it any better than what Fredericksburg did on the back end. Unfortunately, after the ball was released, there was some shenanigans going on in the backfield, having nothing to do with the quarterback. A couple other guys were getting after each other.
Blitz coming, gets out of it early.
Oh, got some blockers.
Got some blockers. It's Smith, got another blocker, and he may have picked up the first down.
Oh, that was really impressive, huh?
Yeah, zigging and zagging through traffic. Matthew Smith.
And then, did his best to hitch the caboose on the engine. Did you see that?
Yeah.
His hand on the waist of the blocker. Very nice job.
Talk about following your blockers. Literally, you call them short. 3rd and less than 1 as we go with 12 seconds to go. Still 2 timeouts. Fires the out to Smith. He'll step out of bounds to stop it again. 7 seconds to go, and they still have 2 timeouts. Maybe a shot or 2 at the end zone.
Well, whatever you're going to do, you're going to have to do it quick, obviously, with only 8 seconds left. So, you know, their kicker's got a leg. I was watching them kick balls before the game. So, you know, you could pick up maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 yards here. You might have a chance of getting 3 here before the break.
First down and 10, 8 seconds to go. He's eating time, and now they're going to have to burn one with 4 left. They may give it to him with 3. And now it's going to be an interesting call. They were down inside Boerne territory earlier tonight and decided to go for it. Well within the range. And they'll talk it over on the Fredericksburg sideline, down 14-7.
Yeah, they're putting time back on the clock to give them one more play, and I think their only option here, obviously, is to throw the Hail Mary.
I think it's about 3 seconds. Hey, by the way, one of the high schools seen on TNL this year will win $5,000 from our Children's Hospital of San Antonio $5,000 band grant. It's all based on votes. You know the drill. Text BAND 1 to 44332 for Fredericksburg, or text BAND 2 to 44332 for Boerne. The $5,000 band grant made possible by the Children's Hospital of San Antonio. Back with us again this year. Always one of the fun things of TNL, and the band's very grateful that compete and very participatory as they love to jump on there and send in their votes.
Well, Don, since Greg the Leg is not in attendance tonight and lost his eligibility years ago, this is really your only option if you're the Battling Billies.
Something tells me keep an eye on number 6. He's inside the slot, closest to the quarterback, bottom of your screen. Judd Beard, he's got speed. And they're going to fire it up to the corner, and it's a Hail Mary type situation, but it falls incomplete. And that'll take us to halftime with the home team, the Boerne Greyhounds, on top by a touchdown in a very entertaining first half. These teams love to light up the scoreboards, but the defenses have been good. Good quality football from both squads, and Boerne will take a touchdown lead into the break.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm hoping the second half looks exactly like this one, and we're going to be in for a whale of a ball game like we knew we were going to get.
Yeah, seen a lot of talented kids on both sides of the football, and more importantly, Chuck, very well coached ball clubs that have been executing. When you think about limited training time and COVID-19 and all of that, these kids to have, you know, some of them didn't have spring football. Most of their summer programs were scheduled. To be executing at this level is kind of shocking to me.
Yeah, I mean, and I was talking to Shea Hendricks this week about exactly that, Don, and he said, look, I'm completely tickled to death that we're 3-1, but more importantly, just the fact that we're out here playing. So he really likes the crew that he has. I know that Coach Moffitt does well, and thank you to both squads for putting on quite the show there in the first 2 quarters.
Zach Hedrick trying to run down Shea Hendricks, and he's got him. Zach?
Hey, thanks, Don. Joined now by Boerne head coach Shea Hendricks. Coach, thanks for the time. Offense has started quick, and then, you know, defense has kind of both put the clamps down for both teams. What do you want to change in the second half?
Yeah, you know, we had a wide open play that we just missed. You know, we thought we had that all week. We worked it. Disappointing to miss that. They made some adjustments defensively, and, you know, both teams are playing good. It's a good game. It's what we figured it'd be. So hopefully we can clean up a few mistakes and really execute and get after the second half.
Coach, we'll let you get in there and get to work. Thanks so much.
Thank
Good luck
you.
in the second half. Guys, back up to you.
All right. Thanks, Zach. When we come back, we'll have our halftime show, always entertaining. And we'll learn a lot, including our Scholar Athlete of the Week, which we look forward to every week. Fredericksburg and Boerne putting on quite the show on TNL. Game 1 of our great 12-game schedule this year. We're back with the halftime show in the second half after this.
Welcome to the America's Diamond Halftime Show.
First,
14-7 your halftime score. The Greyhounds leading the Battling Billies, and right now the Boerne High School band just announced onto the field, part of the band taking the field this evening. And earlier this week we got a chance to catch up with the Boerne High School band director to see how this year is going.
My name is Donnie Person. I'm the director of bands at Boerne High School, and I've been here for the last 2 years. I'm in my 3rd year here, and I'm happy to be here. It's been going one step at a time. I think the whole district's doing that, and everyone in the state's kind of doing that. Of course, we went back into in-person teaching. I think August 12th was the day, and so we've had to adjust, having one foot in the digital space and one foot in the in-person space. But overall, it's been great just seeing the kids in person and making the adjustments. Yes, but it's just been great having the kids back. We're working on our UIL show. We will be performing that in November, early couple weeks in November, and it's called American Celebrations. I figured it would be a fitting time, especially given everything that the year is and everything that we've gone through, to have a show that gets us back to our roots. So American Celebrations is our UIL show. The other shows that we've done are really just fan tunes and small choreographed shows throughout the season so far. Happy to be doing band, and we appreciate the support from the community and the parents and the district.
Teamed up once again this season with the Children's Hospital of San Antonio to award a $5,000 band grant to one of the schools that appears on Thursday Night Lights this season. Remember, it's all based on your votes, so get out your phones right now. If you want to vote for the Boerne Band, text BAND2 to 44332. That's BAND2 with no spaces to 44332. For complete texting guidelines, head to the CW35.com.
San Antonio middle and high school athletes are doing great things for our community. San Antonio Sports and Methodist Healthcare are shining the light on teams that model key values through their actions. This week, we salute 2 schools whose community projects demonstrate beyond the game values. Last spring, Boerne Champions football team took time to help those in need by collecting donations from 185 area businesses and community members during the team's curbside food drive. In February, Brandeis Volleyball volunteered at the Special Olympics, where they assisted managing the event and cheering on the athletes participating in it. These athletes demonstrated the beyond-the-game values of sportsmanship, selfless service, caring, integrity, and respect. San Antonio Sports and Methodist Healthcare salute high school and middle school coaches who inspire their teams to serve others. Parents, teachers, and coaches can nominate teams that go beyond the game. Visit sanantoniosports.org.
You're watching the America's Diamond Halftime Show.
And due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Fredericksburg High School band won't be traveling to away games this year, but earlier this week, we caught up with their band director as well to see how things are going.
My name is Jeremy Chapman. I'm the director of bands at Fredericksburg High School and Fredericksburg ISD. This is my first year. We're doing good. There are some challenges because the students immediately, since they're face-to-face, they want to be normal again. And we all want them to be normal, but this is not a normal situation. So there were some struggles at the beginning to make sure we're wearing masks, but they've met it. They've met it with such a tenacity, and they've taken real ownership about mask wearing, social distancing, and they've just fallen. They've grown to learn and grown to accept our new normal. We're 6 feet apart, and we have it taped out on our band hall floor and in our other facilities that we use. And when we're on the field, we're a little greater than 6 feet apart, and they know that when they're playing their horns, their mask is obviously off, but they know that when they're done playing, it comes up. So they've really taken to that. There is a period of adjustment, but they've excelled at that, and we're just doing great. We've just started learning our UIL production, the tie that binds us. With that, we're trying to make sure that we're ready to perform at UIL in November. UIL has been pushed back. If we advance far enough, we'll be doing marching band all the way up until the week before Christmas. So this is our 90th year of band. The band is known as the Pride of the Hill Country. We've contacted several composers to commission and write pieces for us for our concert bands to play in the spring. We've adjusted our marching band show to be more focusing on memorable music and memorable opportunities, because this is going to be a memorable year one way or another for all of our students. So we want to make sure we have a great opportunity for everyone to remember us this 90th year. You know, the kids they know they're blessed. They know there's school districts around that aren't in person, and they know their band programs aren't doing what they're doing right now. So they really are not taking these moments for granted. They're cherishing them and they're working hard at them, but they're also staying safe, and safety is the number one thing here right now in Fredericksburg.
For all of you incredible.
And remember, we're teaming up with the Children's Hospital of San Antonio to award a $5,000 band grant, and it's all based on your vote. So if you'd like to vote for the Fredericksburg High School Band, text BAND1 to 44332. That's BAND1 without spaces to 44332 for all the breakdown of the guidelines for texting votes. Head to the CW35.com. And again, big shout out to the Children's Hospital of San Antonio for once again making this $5,000 band grant possible. Keep it right here. We have more right after this.
You're watching the America's Diamond Halftime Show.
14-7. Nice performance by the Boerne Band at halftime. Interesting to hear from those band directors. Some very compelling information about how they're getting it done in this very strange year. And right now it's time to recognize tonight's Scholar Athlete of the Week. You know, each week we highlight one student from each school playing on TNL. And at the end of the season, one of these recognized students will be awarded a $10,000 scholarship presented by Vulcan Materials Company. So let's meet this week's students.
Our scholar athlete from Fredericksburg High School is senior Gavin French. The running back and defensive back ranks near the top of his class with a 3.98 GPA.
You have to show up ready and prepared. To football, and you have to show up ready and prepared to school every day.
When he's not on the football field, Gavin runs track, pole vaults, and power lifts. In his downtime, he even finds time to rodeo a little bit.
Yeah, I ride bareback horses. In bareback riding, you can't be worried or nervous. You just kind of have to go out there and be confident in yourself, and that's kind of the same thing on the football field.
Gavin is also a senior counselor for his church youth group.
Every Wednesday night we have this big youth group. We usually have a couple hundred people attend.
He's still zeroing in on which college he'd like to attend, but he already has a plan in place.
Rice or Baylor, those are kind of my dream colleges. But I'd love to go and eventually go to medical school. And I want to become a dermatologist and own my own practice one day.
Our scholar athlete from Boerne High School is senior Scott Hetty. With a GPA just under 103, Scott ranks 24th out of a graduating class of more than 250. Scott is a multi-year letterman in 2 sports for the Greyhounds.
I've always been a soccer guy. I played soccer since I was 3.
It was in middle school when Scott says he found his passion for football.
Favorite sport out there, favorite sport to watch, favorite sport to play, and it's just something about the brotherhood of it and the teamwork of it, just coming together. I don't know, there's nothing like it.
Scott is a member of the National Honor Society and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. When he's not on the gridiron or soccer pitch, he's an active leader with Vacation Bible School for his church.
I've been doing Vacation Bible School since I was probably 5. Now being able to teach the little ones, I teach like the kindergarten and pre-K, being able to teach them about Jesus and what all that means. I think that's something that they can carry on for the rest of their lives.
Scott has a younger brother who is a freshman this year at Boerne. He wants to be able to come back and watch him play, so Scott plans to attend Texas A&M after graduation.
I think I want to study engineering, something like that. I just want to be able to apply my math and science, aspect of it.
Who is Vulcan Materials Company? You see our trucks on roads all over San Antonio and the surrounding area. But what do we do? Well, our story began over 100 years ago, and today we are the nation's largest producer of aggregates. That's stone, sand, and gravel. Plus, we produce construction-based materials including asphalt and ready-mixed concrete, the stuff to build the roads you travel, the schools your kids attend, and the homes you live in. Everywhere you look, you will see our footprint. Our story is one built on the talent, dedication, and performance of our employees. Hardworking San Antonians just like you. Our mission is to be responsible stewards with respect to the safety and environmental impact of our operations and products. In other words, we want to be your good neighbor, doing the right thing, the right way, all the time. The Vulcan way. Who are we? We're the ones helping to build a rock-solid future in San Antonio. Vulcan Materials Company, proud sponsor of Thursday Night Lights and Scholar Athletes.
You're watching the America's Diamond Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Boerne, Texas. It's halftime here and time for our AHIA highlights. Rashawn Galloway got the Greyhounds on the board, going to Riley Pakacek for the first score. You got a 15, I got a 15. Matt Smith on the receiving end of that one that tied it up. But Pakacek gets his second score of the game, and Boerne leads it 14-7. And Chuck, what is that on the left-hand side of the run-through? Uba
Alice overall.
I love it. You must be, Chuck is our German aficionado, and he must be in high heaven here tonight with these two schools.
Deutschland, über alles.
We'll be back.
Stay tuned for the second half kickoff. You're watching Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry.
Welcome back. Coach Lance Moffitt and the Battling Billies ready to get right back at it against Shea Hendricks and the Boerne Greyhounds, and it is time for tonight's second half kickoff, brought to you by R&L Certified Auto Group. And here we go. The Battling Billies will kick it away. Aaron Cordero Rojas to do the honors, and J.P. Castro back to receive, number 16. One of a couple guys back there, and Boerne will get the ball to start the half. Line drive taken at the 10. It's across the 30, still on his feet. Before being wrangled down there is Cam Johnson. And here comes Galloway and company.
Jerry Balderas on the tackle, and he doesn't make that play, and that thing's got a chance to go a little further. You can see the numbers for Rashawn Galloway in the first half, putting it up. 8 of 15, a little deceiving, as Don pointed out. I mean, a lot of those passes were right on the button. They're just a little too hot to handle, but 107 yards and 2 scores. Boerne super aggressive offensively to start this ball game, and then tried to mix in the run there. We'll see if they go back to just spreading and going.
Here we go, second half underway. Boerne with the lead. Galloway with 1st and 10. Fires to the outside. Pakacek's got it, but it doesn't go for much. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's one of those rhythm-based plays that if you don't get the connection smoothly, then tough to make it and get it and take it upfield. But Chuck Pakacek got me too. It's a nice little first half too for him.
Got to call his name so often. I'm going to start calling him Riley. 2nd and 13. Inside handoff to our scholar athlete, Scott Hetty. Maybe gets one of them back as Battling Billy's doing a good job staying at home. Logan Metzger on the tackle.
And Metzger doing a really good job there.
Tackle made by
Make sure you go low and wrap these guys up, because you could tell both of these schools, both of these teams have been coached to try to get yards after contact.
3rd down and 11 on this first drive of the half. Galloway fires. It's caught in stride. What a throw, what a catch. And being
horse-collared down there, not in the illegal sense, but brought down by the defender is Jackson Harper. He had a big catch on the first play of the game. He was brought down by Angel Neri.
You see what the arm strength does there, right? Balls on time, balls away on time, and then because he got it out there so quickly, his receiver's able to catch it and then turn it back up the field.
Galloway deep ball, sideline, overshot his receiver. He just seems to have such a command of this offense, such confidence in every ball that he throws and in every route that's run.
Yeah, that time he dropped back to pass and actually threw that off his back foot and flicked it 45 yards. And I think he'd like to have that one back. You know, set your feet, take your time, and then let it rip.
Here's a Beluga Air player profile on Harper, who made the last catch. Look at his GPA, 102.
Math guy.
A little touch throw, got him open, and it's broken up. Had a chance to catch it the first time, may have caught it on the second bobble, but the defender was right there in stride to knock it away, and a good job there by Angel Neri again, getting there at the end and making sure he didn't hang on.
Oh, he absolutely did the right thing there. I mean, the receiver got by him, but he never quit and stayed in the play and got his hands up there late to knock it away.
3rd down and 10, Boerne inside Fredericksburg territory. Get the play call from the sideline. Galloway will clap his hands and got pressure. Spins again, and again makes a smart play by throwing it out of bounds, and Greyhounds will probably have to punt it. And Galloway does those honors as well.
Well, the heat was coming on that one. Just great individual work there by Tegan Collier, the senior that goes both sides of the ball, offensive line and defensive line. That time he was putting the heat on, and Galloway really had no other choice, as you said. So man, as much as we ballyhoo these offenses, now the D's are rising up.
Yeah, to keep either one of these teams to 14-7 is really a good defensive performance. Galloway's going to kick it and hope it dies right inside the 5, and it does, rolling all the way down to the 1.5. Nice touch with the foot as well. Moffitt's crew will have the football and try to tie it up when we come back to this good one. Boerne Stadium, 14-7 Greyhounds.
Closed captioning for today's game is sponsored by Texas Water Advisor.
Like a superstition kind of thing? I know
We're back, and the Greyhounds are smiling beneath those masks on our Guild Mortgage Smile Cam. We know they're smiling because they're winning. 14-7.
Kids enjoying the night too.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful night to be out at a football game. Great weather.
Got to be careful with the football if you're Fredericksburg. You can't be backed up any more than they are.
On the 1.5, Cole Emmel take command, and it may sneak it just to try to get a little breathing room here. Maybe picks up a yard. Common play in this situation, just to give yourself just a little bit of room so that Tony Dorsett can go 99.5. As Dandy Don once said.
Cole Emmel doing a really good job on the ground and in the air, as you see, as the one touchdown.
Short gain of 2.
I don't know, I always get the sense that when a coach does that, he's trying to okey doke you that here comes the big boy.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 8. Judd Beard in motion. They'll keep it with Emmel again, and he's going nowhere. Great stop by the Boerne defense. A couple of guys there, including Tanner Lundy again, and we've called his name a lot tonight.
Indeed we have. Double Deuce sticking his nose in there, and this Boerne defensive line, again, can't say enough good things about how stout those guys are up front. Hamby being the leader of that group.
3rd and 8 from his own goal line. It almost completed it. Good coverage again by the Boerne defense. He was looking for Yenski, but Brandon Bays was there, the sophomore DB. and just reached in there and knocked it out.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that was incredibly good coverage. Stride for stride, stayed inside the football, and was able to knock it away. Sophomores playing on the varsity level tells you one thing, they can run. Clearly we saw that on display right there.
Rob Zuberbuehler back to kick it away, and Boerne's going to have some pretty good field position no matter what in this situation. And some mass confusion as the official ran in to break it up right there before. And that's because they called a timeout. Fredericksburg coaches up here in the booth with us, and you can hear them screaming and yelling, wanting that timeout. We'll take it with them. 8:36 to play. Boerne with a 1-touchdown lead. Welcome back to Boerne. Greyhounds up 14-7, looking to expand on that. I don't think Fredericksburg had enough guys out there. That's why they took the timeout. By the way, Mark Kusenberger with that tidbit. Good to have Coos back doing stats, although we're not seeing him. I'm in one booth, Chuck's in another, and Coos is in another.
You haven't even seen Coos tonight.
But we're all with you here on TNL. Fourth down and 8. And the kick is away. Good one. Hops at the 50, but now comes back to about the 46. And we're back in 15 seconds.
San Antonio International is the first and only airport to use the Light Strike robot, which is proven to destroy hard-to-kill viruses, to include the virus that causes COVID-19, providing the highest level of cleanliness so you can fly easier, fly safer, and fly confident.
All right, so Boerne with this field position game, thanks to the nice punt by Rashawn Galloway, has the ball back at the 46 of Fredericksburg. Looking to add to a 2-touchdown lead. First and 10. Inside handoff picks up about 2. Good defense by the interior portion of the Fredericksburg defensive front. That man right there, Logan Metzger, making the tackle.
Yeah, and Gavin French, who is coming back from injury, having a really nice game in on that as well.
Enjoyed his segment on our scholar athlete at the half. What a well-rounded young man. Another nice run by J.P. Castro. Boy, they give him a different pace there. They run Hiddle, who's real strong, rough fullback, and then Castro really hits the hole hard and has some good speed.
He does, burst. And he shows a lot of patience too, you know. I mean, he sees a little bit of a crease, and he's really good at sticking that leg in the ground and then getting upfield.
3rd and 4 for the Greyhounds. This is Galloway keeping, has to back out of it. Flags fly. Good coverage by the Fredericksburg defense to pursue him, but let's see. They got up around his face mask if there's a hold. He got hit in the face.
All I know is that Fredericksburg was keying on Rashawn Galloway, huh?
They'll call it a hold
against
on
the
the
offense.
Boerne offensive line. The good news for Boerne is they'll get another shot at it on 3rd down. The bad news is it'll be 3rd and 14 instead of 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of in no man's land if you're Fredericksburg. I mean, it's kind of pick your poison, right? You'd rather have them 3rd and 14 or 4th and 4.
Yeah. With Galloway out there, it's a tough call to make. Galloway, straight drop, goes over the middle, goes deep, and it's incomplete. Good coverage by all man-to-man defenders of that Fredericksburg secondary.
Yeah, number 2, Mason Ray, doing a really good job again. Inside leverage, stride for stride with the receiver, and very nearly impossible to pick that up.
So it'll be 4th and 15. Galloway will punt it away.
Hello.
High snap. Galloway brings it in. And it'll bounce inside the 20. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Fredericksburg will have the football, trying to tie it up in the third quarter here on Thursday Night Lights.
This is Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry and sponsored by Vulcan Materials Company, America's Diamond, the Children's Hospital of San Antonio, R&L Certified Auto Group, Air Serve Heating and Air Conditioning, Affordable Health Insurance Agency, Orange Theory Fitness, Air Today Heating and Air Conditioning, Guild Mortgage, San Antonio Sports, Methodist Healthcare, Plumbing Today, Texas Water Advisor, Beluga Air, Bargain Warehouse Outlet, JD Collision Express, Air Conditioning Service Company, the San Antonio International Airport, Centro Med, Mammoth Contracting, and Monarch Trophies.
Welcome back to the third quarter, the first edition of Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry this year, and we've got a good one burning on top of Fredericksburg. 6:51 to go here. The Battling Billies trying to tie this thing up. Cole Immel, their star quarterback, keeps and picks up about 4 or 5 on the first down play.
Yeah, so Don, as you aptly pointed out on the last series, Boerne at this point more than willing to play the field goal or the field position game. Now we'll see if Fredericksburg can do anything with the ball on offense. You know, they were lighting it up early and moving up and down the field, but they've kind of had some struggles here. And, you know, if nothing else, you got to get a couple of first downs so you can tilt the field back in your favor, because both defenses doing a really good job at this point.
Yeah, they are. They have the entire game, especially considering the explosiveness of the offenses of what they've put up on the season up until this game. As French carries and continues to fight defenders to pick up 2 or 3. Set up a third down for the Battling Billies. And I'm telling you, these TV cameras from a distance do not do justice to just how big this Fredericksburg offensive line is. They've got some big kids in Fredericksburg. I imagine they're eating at the old Hilltop Cafe.
There you go.
Immel throws, caught. Smith's got it. And that's good enough for a first down.
Cole Immel doing an outstanding job. You know, you get a high snap like that, and then the play calls to roll out. You know, he did a great job of corralling the football, number one, but he didn't allow the bad snap to interfere with the flow of the play, and that was a really nice job all the way around.
It's a Mammoth Contracting first down for the Battling Billies as Immel rolls to his right. Fires back to the middle, got him in stride, caught, Yansky going to the house, touchdown Fredericksburg, and we're an extra point from being tied up.
How about the touch on that throw?
Boy, that's a pretty ball. I thought he overthrew him, but he let him right in stride for Cade Yansky.
Well, we saw a little bit of everything there from Cole. First, the great throw, rolling to his left, rolling to his right. Squares his shoulders, drops a dime to the hizzy.
The extra point is true thanks to the foot of Manuel Noriega, the senior place kicker, and we've got ourselves a tie football game here in Boerne. Here's another look at it.
Yeah, good blocking. Allows the throwing lane outside. Hard to beat that.
Boy, great throw, great catch.
So they not only tilted the field in their favor, they got the scoreboard going back in their favor as well. And it is game on with 5:18 left to go here in the third.
We hyped this game on News 4 and Fox San Antonio all week long. We told you it was going to be a good one, and I'm glad to say we weren't lying to you.
Well, it's just really interesting to see both of these programs and, you know, how developed they are. And again, you pointed out, Don, with no off season and then all the back and forth and what we're going to do and the scheduling changes and all that stuff that these coaches and players have had to deal with in order to put this kind of a product together in a very short period of time is nothing short of miraculous.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I'm most impressed with. Sure, there's really good players all over the field, but the thing that really stands out to me is just how they are executing for schools that didn't have that much time to prepare. Kick will be taken at the 10-yard line by the Greyhounds. Down to around the 30-yard line is where Galloway will have it to start after the nice return by Cam Johnson. And we'll see what Galloway's got as far as trying to answer the Fredericksburg TD.
Yeah, let's see some ping pong, right? You got me, we'll get you.
Seems like that's what happens when these two teams play.
Well, and again, we talked about it earlier about the last two meetings have just been barn burners, and so far, this is yet to disappoint as well.
So Galloway and company take over on their own 30-yard line. They'll fire it out in the flat. Castro's got it, turns the corner. Castro's got deceiving speed. Picks up 7 or 8, and Boerne will go quick.
And Gavin French was out there in a position to make a play, but he just simply got a turf monster up there, grabbed him by the ankles.
Picked up 9, it'll be 2nd and 1.
That young man's been all over the field. I mean, he sees everything.
Yansky scored the touchdown. He's back out there as the safety, going both ways. Galloway fires, nice ball. Riley Pekacek's got another catch on the night.
Yeah, really good play design outside too. I mean, all you're doing is running some little screens. The other receivers out there are out there to block, set up the short throw, and then hopefully when the receiver makes the catch, he can turn it upfield. Nice job.
It's another Mammoth contracting first down for the Greyhounds as they start to move it towards midfield. Galloway gets it out quick again. It's caught and upended. Judd Beard with another big hit. He's fired up.
Everybody's All-American. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Talk about seeing the field and doing everything but driving the bus.
That's a nominee for our J&D Collision Express collision of the game.
Textbook, go right through the ball carrier.
But how quick did that ball get there?
Oh yeah, he's throwing some peas out there, there's no doubt.
2nd and 11. Castro on the inside, brought down. Nice tackle by the Fredericksburg defense getting into the backfield. Early was Gary Seidenberger. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah, some of these guys, how many underclassmen have we called tonight? So we're already seeing a pretty polished product out here from both of these teams, and a lot of these fellows are going to be coming back.
3rd and 10 for Boerne. Fredericksburg trying to feel some mo. Galloway threw it behind the intended receiver, Prekacek, and the battling Billies will force the Greyhounds to punt the football, and look out, Mo may be switching sides.
Yeah, that was a really good series there for the Fredericksburg defense. That's one of those, you play the game of baseball like that young man knows all about. You get a couple of runs, and in that next inning, when you're out on defense, you want the shutdown inning, and that's exactly what we saw right there.
4th and 10, so Galloway will punt it away. He's done some pretty good punting tonight for a field position change. This time will be caught, not fair caught either, and a big hit by Boerne on the return man. Sam Kennel laying some wood there. That might be a collision of the game nominee as Mason Ray gets up a little slowly.
Yeah, these two teams have been getting after it all night long, and yeah, this thing's starting to go to another level.
Did I mention we have perhaps the greatest schedule in the 12-year history of TNL? Just look at what we've got coming up. We got Johnson O'Connor, Medina Valley Veterans Memorial, Steele, play at Addie Central. We got Judson twice, the first against our rival Clemens, the Gucci Bowl, New Braunfels and Wagner. And that's just a few of the games that we've got this season that we're really fired up about. Emmel fires incomplete, short and behind his intended receiver. But that schedule, Chuck, I know that it was a little, we may have been a little fortunate with some of the changes that happened. The SAISD matchup on the 5th could be for a play-in spot of the district, depending on when they get started. And then you got Judson and Smithson Valley again. That could determine either a district championship or a playoff game. And then more north side play-in games. And every single week is going to have good matchups. That ball, they're going to call it caught. Bernie was saying it would hit the ground. And they're going to call it incomplete from the back judge.
Well, let's take a look.
Here's the replay, and it hit the ground. Good call. The back judge saw it all the way back there, 20 yards behind.
Now, obviously a very big third down here for Fredericksburg. I mean, you've done a really good job clawing your way back into this football game to tie it. Then your defense gets a 3 and out, and you've had 2 pass plays that you could have completed, and it didn't happen. So let's see what happens on third.
Emma will go to Yenski. He made the big play last time. He's going across the middle. A nice gain, but short of the yard to gain.
Right at it, huh? No.
Oh, they're going to give it to him?
Looks like it. I thought he was a little short too, but huge play on third down for Fredericksburg to extend that drive.
Yenski, I told you earlier, he's deceptively wiry and big and strong. He doesn't look like it from up here, but down on the field, that is a stout young man, and he uses his combination of speed and strength. It's a Mammoth Contracting first down, and fake to French. Emma will keep drilled across the 40. Good tackle by Bernie, but not before he picks up good yardage. Coming up with the tackle for the Greyhounds.
Nice design
Houston
on
Hendricks.
Yeah, nice design on the RPO there, holding it till the very last second. Hold it at the last second, tucked it, and got about 7 out of it.
Second down and 3 for the Billies. Looking to move the football. Emma wants to go deep, does. Got a man open, and it's broken up, just incomplete. A tad underthrown. Eddie had 3 more yards on it. It might have been 6. But good defense. And I thought Judd had a chance to catch it, but watch number 7 making a really good play to kind of dive in there and knock it out. That's college-type football play by Will Pearson.
Yeah, it really was. Nice play on the back end. You know, I was thinking in real time, looking like it might have been a tick too early that he got there, but good job by the officials not calling anything on that one.
So 3rd and 3. Emil fires, gets the first down to Matt Smith and more. They needed 3. They got about 13. That'll go down to the 45-yard line.
You know, you see a lot of young quarterbacks that really aren't very adept throwing when they roll left if they're a right-handed quarterback. And I mean, Cole Emil really, he looks outstanding when he rolls to the left. I mean, his balls are hot, they're on time, and you know, he's smooth.
A Mammoth Contracting first down for the Billies. Pump and go. Didn't have him, but now he fires late, and that might be picked off. A little miscommunication as Beard didn't quite, he pulled up after the initial pump and go. And Brandon Bays just couldn't quite run it down for the Oski.
We'll see if the back judge over there fell down on that play too on the sideline.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like he is. Yeah, very nearly picked. I'll tell you what, that guy did a nice job over there. Mr. Referee, yeah, popped right back up and was still on the play.
2nd down and 10. Emil to throw again. Rolling, firing, and incomplete, intended for Yenski. That was a ball that could have been caught.
And I think Fredericksburg's onto something here. I mean, when they roll and move the pocket like they've done, either side, I mean, they've had some guys wide open.
Chuck, I can't help but notice as I watch high school football in this game and others, and the amount of times that this ball is being thrown in the air, to think about Sonny Detmer, who we lost this week. Sonny would be really happy to see high school football in the state of Texas being played this way. When he coached it at Southwest High School with Ty, everybody else was running it 60 times a game and throwing it 3. and now they're throwing it 60 and running it 3, and that was the way Sonny loved to coach it. And we love Sonny, and his loss is going to be big for the entire South Texas community.
Yeah, I mean, the state, and really, you know, you talk about the tentacles of how this man coached football and where it spread and how it grew. And, you know, I don't know that he was the first, but I'll guarantee you he was one of the first to really take the throwing game and take it to another level. And, you know, obviously the whole sport of football is better for it. I mean, it wouldn't be the game that it is now with its popularity had they not started throwing the ball. And he was doing that in the 70s when nobody was.
Exactly, yeah. We had a fun time watching him coach football. Coached it from the press box where he could see the entire field, would call the plays from up top, know the coverages, and knew he had a couple of really talented sons, but not just his sons, because Sonny taught hundreds and hundreds of kids how to throw the football. Most of it in these camps. I'll never forget taking my youngster to one of those things, and the whole first day they didn't get off their left knee. They were just down on one knee so he could teach them the right form. And he really, really saw throwing the football as an art form and a science. And his legacy will live on for a long, long time. 1st and 10 inside handoff as we get close to the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, and I think the best part about Sonny was the fact that, you know, we look at the complexity and how this game has evolved with the throwing and all the intricacies of it. And, you know, he simplified it. You know, he always said it's easy to coach, it's easy to play, and it's hard to defend. And so that was his rationale, and here we are. Thank you, Sonny.
Yeah. At the same time that Darrell Royal was saying 3 things can happen when you throw the football and 2 out of the 3 are bad, as Riley Pikacek picks up good yardage to the outside. You think of the Oakland Raiders in the AFL, you know, Paul Brown, an innovator of the passing game in pro football. And there were people, as you said, that were throwing it around the country, but in Texas it was still kind of frowned upon by most of the traditionalists when Sonny was doing what he was doing. 10 seconds to go. Galloway airing it out deep, got a man down there. Seems like that was a little deja vu from the first quarter, but not able to get a foot down or the catch. And so we'll have 3 seconds to tick down here in a tie ball game here at Boerne ISD Stadium.
Yeah, just to finish up the thoughts on Sonny Detmer. I mean, obviously we could talk for days on his contributions and, you know, what kind of guy he was. But, you know, from a practicality standpoint, I mean, if you've got a smaller team, but you got some guys with some speed, you can exploit a bigger, more physical team like that. Hello.
Look at Castro. J.P. Castro is off to the races. Greyhounds, touchdown, Boerne. His speed has been evident all night long. He's had a couple of chances to break him, and now he finally does. J.P. Castro to the house.
Well, you're talking about exploiting the opposition with speed, and although it wasn't done through the air, look at this guy. And he could drive a truck through that hole, and then, you know, you're going to try to arm tackle this guy from bad angles. You're going to get what you just got, which was elbows and buttocks down the sidelines.
Blazing speed from J.P. Castro. Hitty's kick is up and good. Flag down there. We'll wait and see what the penalty is. Line. And it'll count. Boerne now takes a 7-point lead, 21-14. And the third quarter ends with a bang. We're going to go to the fourth and a good one when we come back. We're back. Time for our Air Serv Heating and Air Conditioning third quarter highlights. And what a great throw that was. Emil Yansky got Fredericksburg right back in the football game, but then J.P. Castro looking like Usain Bolt. World record time to the hizzy. And all of a sudden the Greyhounds are back out in front by a touchdown. They'll kick it off.
Man, you're not kidding. I mean, fastest guy on the field right there. No doubt.
Blazing speed. Barry Switzer, that always said you recruit speed, speed, speed.
It's the one thing that comes to the park every day, right?
That's right. Air Conditioning Service Company, Smile Cam. Lots of smiles for JP and company on that Boerne bench. And we'll see if Fredericksburg can answer as we start the fourth quarter here in Boerne. Coming up across the 20, breaking a tackle, still on his feet. And nice return there for the Battling Billies. Mason Ray doing a good job. Playing both sides of the ball tonight. He's called his number quite a few times.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, taking that ball, having to backpedal, take it at your 3, and then run it right into the scrum and get you 31 yards on the return.
Check this out, man. Monarch is back. Our Monarch trophies will be handed out to the winner of tonight's game and the player of the game. If you're interested in a trophy for your business or team, give them a call, 210-344-3777. Monarch Trophy, been with us all 12 years of TNL, I do believe. Judd Beard getting to the outside. He's got speed. And he picks up another first down. South Texas Votech first down, and the Battling Billies answer. They're on the move.
Yeah, do a little trapping up there, and all of a sudden you got 20-something yards on a carry.
They want to go again.
Both teams starting to heat up.
Got the Greyhounds a little off balance. 1st and 10. Hand off again. Beard breaking tackles. He loves dishing out punishment. That one picked up about 4, but we got Laundry on the field right in the middle of the field. Usually it's an umpire calling a hold on the offensive line, but we'll see what they got here. That's exactly what we've got, holding against Fredericksburg. That'll back them up and nullify that game.
Well, these teams have done a pretty good job tonight overcoming adversity on offense. You know, it seems like every time there's a minor setback, the down to make doesn't seem like it's been all that hard.
And they've got a little bit of a hole here. 1st and 20. And we'll see if they can dig their way out of this one. They likely won't try to get it all at once. That late substitution. Running onto the field is Austin Simpson, senior. He lines up in the slot. Motion to the right. Immel rolls right. Fires off the hands of Trip Dennis. They set up 2nd and 20.
They're really good, aren't they? I mean, I'm very impressed. When they move the pocket, I mean, it seems like it's all you can eat.
Like I said, yeah, in the passing game, both of these teams just, I mean, they're very comfortable in their route trees. They seem to be, you know, we may have been in a pandemic and not having organized practices and strength and conditioning, but you can tell some of these kids have been out on the playground together working on it. Because the timing is there as Immel throws deep, overshot his man there. Or they've been playing with each other, you know, together for a long time. Some of these kids have been playing since the YMCA days, and so the timing for both teams in the offenses and the passing game has been very impressive.
Will Pearson defends for the Greyhounds. That'll bring up
And I'm with
3rd
you
down.
100%. I mean, you know, you expect to see some good things, obviously, with both teams coming in here having played 4 games, but, you know, given the competitive nature of this rivalry and then how good both of these football teams are, I mean, it's been a really well-executed ball game on both sides.
And poise, you know, they all seem to be, the quarterbacks at least, and the skill position players, they seem to be very comfortable in this element. These two quarterbacks have complete command and confidence in every ball they throw. Even if they overshoot somebody or throw it incomplete, they're, you know, when they sling it, there's no apprehension whatsoever.
No, and I mean, we were talking to Coach Moffitt this week. He said, this stadium here has not been too kind to us. So, I think he'd be thrilled knowing that, where he's brought this program to, and the fact that here you are early in the fourth quarter in a one-score game, your hands on the ball, like his chances.
3rd and 20, they got to go a long way. Emmel does, but he throws it in double coverage, and it's picked off by the Boerne secondary. A second time's a charm for Braden Bays. He just missed a pick earlier when he was covering Beard, and this time he comes through with a pick.
Yeah, good as a punt.
Good as a punt for the Battling Billies, but Boerne has the football, up a touchdown, and with some chance to run some clock when we come back. Welcome back. Time for our Orange Theory Fitness Band Cam, and the Boerne band is socially distant, wearing their masks and fired up for the Greyhounds. Nice halftime performance by the band. I'll tell you what, it was fascinating to hear those band directors talk about the challenges that they've had to overcome. Galloway throws a slant and had to get rid of it early. Good pressure by the Fredericksburg defense. Good coverage by Beard.
Yeah, I like that play design too. He had a guy flaring out to the right. Could have easily gone to the check down route, but in full attack mode, knowing what's at stake here. You're in a one-score game. You've got the lead, and you know that if you can at least move the chains a couple of times, you can work on this clock. But preferably, obviously, they want to go down and get this points and try to salt this game away.
2nd down and 10. Galloway, little bubble screen, caught. Another good play design. Picks up good yardage for the Greyhounds to Xander Garrison. They've targeted him now twice in a row. That one worked for good yardage. And another South Texas Votech 1st down.
Yeah. If nothing else, there too, it's something safe, and you make sure that you're working on the clock. Incomplete, and you get stopped. Obviously, those are precious seconds left for the Battling Billies to try to get this game tied.
Inside handoff. Castro again, watch out. A couple of tough kids coming up to make the tackle, including Beard, who got up a little slow after that hit. These kids are making contact out here tonight.
You ain't lying. It's been fun to watch.
That's another South Texas Vocational Technical Institute 1st down. South Texas Votech, new to TNL this year. Glad to have them.
With J.P. Castro's yard per carry, that's not bad, huh? 12 yards a pop.
12.2, Chuck.
Thank you, Dr. Kevorkian.
Another nice game. Picks up 3 or 4. Does Castro.
Here you go. This is exactly what exactly what Boerne is trying to do here.
Tick-tock.
Yep. Wind the clock, control the ball, getting chunk plays. So, if you get 4 yards a carry, you're going to do a lot of damage to the time left in this ball game.
And taking their time in between snaps. Galloway will hand it to Hetty, the big tough fullback, scholar athlete across the 40. He's brought down by Logan Metzger. Here's a Beluga player profile on Scott Hetty. You met him earlier, the Vacation Bible School volunteer. He's an FCA, 3-year soccer star, vice president of the student council. Looks good in an ascot.
Yeah,
I think that's a mask.
The Thunder and the Thunder and Lightning combo that they've got back there.
Sharp young kid, Scott Hetty. Had a chance to hear him talk this week throughout camp as he came to practice, and that's a young man going places. Good tackle by the Battling Billy interior front there. Zachary Wabolding, just a junior, big kid. One of their leaders. Hadn't called him enough tonight. He's been in on a number of plays.
Well, we'll see if
second team all-district a year ago as a sophomore.
if Boerne is going to for sure kick this away, you would think. Again, did a good job of knocking a few minutes off the clock, and then now you got to play the field position game and see if you can get some stops.
Galloway with a nice high kick, and it's loose. The Greyhounds have it back. Guess who? Riley Pekacek, who's got 2 touchdowns tonight, comes up with a huge special teams play. Galloway all night long has been kicking these line drive little bloopers, and that one was hang time city, and they just had a hard time hanging on to it. Maybe even a little problem with the lights did Mason Ray, and Pekacek there to recover it. Now the Greyhounds in good opportunity to put this away. Let's go down the sideline. Zach Hedrick standing by. Zach?
Thanks, Don. Talking with one of the defensive coaches on that turnover. He won't get it just yet, but Mr. Pekacek, when he gets back on the sideline, Boerne Greyhounds have a turnover toad. He'll pick it up once he gets done with this offensive possession here.
Excuse me? A turnover?
Turnover toad.
Frog?
Yes.
A turnover toad.
A turnover toad.
Okay, I've
down
heard
here on the sideline. His teammates got it ready for him once he gets back.
I've heard of the chain, the gold chain. I've heard of the heavyweight championship belt. I've seen but the toad. That's awesome.
I smell a story in there somewhere.
The turnover toad. That's rich. 2nd down and 9 for Galloway and company. Looking to make it a 2-score game. Hetty inside with Bolding there to boldly throw him down.
Well, good job, defensive line for Fredericksburg bowing up. I mean, they've been put in a really precarious situation here. Game swinging in the balance after the turnover.
The turnover toad looks to be in some sort of distress. I think that turnover toad's in trouble, boy. Somebody there check his windpipe. 3rd down and 8 for the Billies, or for the Greyhounds. Inside handoff, nowhere to go for Castro this time. And again, we're Bolding and company really doing a number on him right up front. That's a big boy right there, and he plays the inside run very well.
Well, all you could ask for right there from the Fredericksburg defense, huh?
Absolutely. Well, Bolding, very impressive. 3 straight tackles for that kid. Again, he's just a junior, and he was all district last year as a sophomore. And you know, he's got the size of a all-state senior. Hetty, right down Main Street. Scott Hetty doing it all. Leading student council. Leading the offense.
Oh, he plays soccer.
The soccer star. Leading Vacation Bible School. And kicking it through to give the Greyhounds a 24-14 lead. Great job, Scott Hetty. Welcome back to Boerne, where it's 24-14 Greyhounds in a good football game. 5:32 to go. And we're going to go down and find out more about the turnover toad, I believe. Zach Hedrick, what's up, Zach?
Yeah, well, turnover toad's taking a rest right now, but on that field goal kick from Mr. Hetty just a little bit ago, caught up with him earlier this week. He told me that his longest field goal that he's hit is 62 in practice, so that last one was just a chip shot.
Wow, that's impressive. Fredericksburg trying to get good field position, but Boerne's not going to let that happen, not with the Sam Kennel play there on special teams.
Another underclassman making a play.
They're fired up about it too. 5:27 to go, and a stop here would go a long way into sealing this one for the Greyhounds.
Well, you can't get it all back right away, so, you know, most important play right here is the first one. So see if you can get something positive going and maybe get Boerne on their heels a little bit.
South Texas vocational first down for the Billies. Inside handoff. French breaks it. French to the outside, across midfield and into Boerne territory. And Chuck, Gavin French may have disagreed with you. He almost got it all back in once.
He's trying to make me look bad again. Nice little job there. Make sure you get the ball to one of your playmakers, and obviously Boerne's thinking that Fredericksburg's going to be chucking and ducking, so it caught him a little bit off guard.
South Texas Votech first down. Immel's going to run it himself, find some room. Does a great job of navigating the defense and getting kind of going through traffic cones there to pick up 15 or 20.
Yeah, it looked like he was running through a maze.
Make it 9. Second and 1. He ran 15 or 20 to pick up 9.
Especially there at the end. I mean, he was trapped. It looked like he wanted to cut it outside, cut it back inside. Did a really good job reading it. He's trying to catch his breath.
4:37 and tick, 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 down 10. Straight drop. Wants to go deep, doesn't have anybody. Now we'll scramble and throw it into the flat, checks it down. He's got Yenski. He's got a big touchdown tonight, and he picks up another South Texas Votech first down there. And Fredericksburg's got some tempo going here on this drive. Touchdown makes it very interesting.
Yeah, Cole Emmel doing an outstanding job there again. I mean, there were 2 Boerne guys that were spying him, so he couldn't take off with it, and just was able to bide some time with his feet. Found an open receiver, and here we go, right down the field on 3 plays.
Under 4. Play action to French. Emmel, patient, fires to the flat, completes it to Smith. Clock will run. He's inside the Centro Med red zone, but a flag is down, and Lance Moffitt pleading with the official that it wasn't a hold, but they make the call. Or maybe he's lobbying for some pass interference down the field. Going to be called right there with that hook by Jorge Hernandez.
Not a whole lot there, that's for sure.
No. Just kind of averted him off his path with the hook. .349 to go. And that'll back him up for a 1st and 20. That ball's dropped, thrown low for Yenski. And it'll be 2nd down and a mile.
And a lot of these young men playing on both sides of the ball are starting to show a little wear. It's tough to keep your concentration. You've been all over the field all night long and get that heart rate elevated. And running gassers all night.
3rd and 19. 2nd down. The stick says 2nd down. Completed to Smith. He gets it inside the 15. Not quite to the stick. It'll be short. And it'll be 3rd down and about 4.
Well, you're trying to make a play right there. I mean, he could have gone out of bounds, but he's trying to get the 1st down for his squad.
Inside the Centro Med red zone.
Oh, he's got him, man.
Got him. And it's incomplete. He short hopped it. It'll be 4th and 3. It's a 10-point margin. Do you take the 3 here, or do you go for it? He had Judd Beard right there, just kind of short hopped it. He would have had the 1st down with an earlier throw to Yenski, and he decided to wait. And you saw it, Chuck. You said he had him. And he did. So they'll go for it. Here on 4th and 3. This is the football game.
You know, normally you would take the 3, but again, they had problems with the kicking game last week, and I think they want to get the 1st right here and roll the bones.
Emmel's going to run for it. He's going to get it easily. Steps out of bounds, stops the clock with about 2:59 to go. And shades of Vince Young on 4th and 5 at the Rose Bowl on 4th and 3. Just kind of a designed
Yeah, a little Loki dope.
Wait, and number 10 is going to run for the corner.
I like it. Because the defensive linemen are looking at the offensive linemen to get their push.
And they're going to have to bring Judd off the field. He's been bleeding all night. The whole front of his uniform is bloody. And I noticed it in the third quarter, his wristband, and he wants somebody to be able to stop the blood so he can play.
Yeah, you need the ringside cut doctor. Put some Vaseline and some pressure, and look at him, he's ready to roll.
We're back in 15 seconds. We're going to wait on that because we're going to go here on 1st and goal. Immel, straight drop, wants to fire. He's in trouble, now does, and makes a smart play by getting rid of it, but he paid for it. And he's going to get up a little slowly.
They're really lucky that there wasn't a grounding. But he did all he could. I mean, it's either take the sack or throw it.
Smart.
Hope that nobody calls it.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody over there.
He was running for his life. Again, really good gap integrity by the outside guys of those Boerne Greyhounds.
You got to love Judd Beard, right?
Oh, 100%.
That's fine. 2nd and goal, Beard in motion. They fake it to him. Immel throws it, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Yancey, but the Boerne secondary has really come up big tonight on 3 or 4 plays in a row. That time it was that young man right there, Colby Brown. He's also just a junior. So that'll set up 3rd and goal with 2:48. And again, no signs of wanting to kick it whatsoever.
You're gonna look for 6 from number 6.
That's 2 down territory here. You're going for it no matter what. Little option pitch. They go to Judd. No, that's Gavin French. He does a nice job picking up 3 or 4, and
Gavin French on the reception.
it'll be 4th and goal from inside the 5, or see where they spot it.
Remember, French got dinged last week. He had to sit out because of injury, and looks like he took quite a shot at the end of this play too.
There has been some collisions out there tonight. All right, they're going to take the 3 here on 4th and goal. And the kick is good. So that cuts it to a 1-possession game. Nice kick right down the pipe by Manuel Noriega. It's 24-17. Do they have a Greg Zerline twisting onside in them? We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the end of this one, a good one from Boerne, right after this.
Takes plenty of hard work. But all work and no play makes chicken a dull bird. So we bring the energy. And the good times. Every day. And we absolutely love when you join in on the fun. Because we know that when we love being here, so will you.
Welcome back. And we told you about this earlier. Don't forget to vote for the Children's Hospital of San Antonio $5,000 band grant. $5,000 T&O band grant will be awarded to the T&O High School band with the most votes at the end of the year. This year's band grant presented by the Children's Hospital of San Antonio. 2:09 to go. Boerne with a 24-17 lead. And Fredericksburg with 2 timeouts. And with the 2 timeouts, Chuck, you kick it away and take them, or do you?
No,
onside.
I think you got an onside here, right? I mean, as dynamic as Boerne's quarterback is, got to take your chance when you can get it.
They do. It takes a good hop for him, but it's loose. Fredericksburg says they've got it. And they do. The Battling Billies come up with the football. It took a great hop. I thought Boerne had possession, but they didn't field it cleanly. And the Billies have the football with 2:07 to go. The clock is ticking. Why is the clock ticking?
I don't know. But do we have a trend going with all these onside kicks that now work?
It was fielded pretty cleanly, but they ran into Riley Pakacek ran into his teammate, knocking the ball loose.
All right, game back on.
2:04 to go. Down 7. French.
Flea
trickeration. Nothing there. Good coverage by the Greyhound secondary. And so Emmel has to keep to the 41. Back to the original line of scrimmage. They've got 2 timeouts. Clock runs at 1:45.
And these Fredericksburg kids are gassed. They're having a hard time getting back to the line of scrimmage. They've been on the field most of this 4th quarter. Not to mention playing defense, some of them.
2nd down. Emmel wants to throw it. Fires. Miscommunication with the route with Judd Beard, who's looking at him saying, "Where'd you want me?" Good football game, good ending here.
Who's got a play in them?
$127.
Who has got a play in them?
Something tells me 6 might. 3rd and 10. Emmel rolls, fires, caught. Matthew Smith. And they'll move the sticks.
Again, rolling to his left. Cole with a great throw.
What a great catch,
and
too.
A great catch as well, that's right.
Going downstairs to get it to Sotek's. 1st down. Emmel rolling right. Pressured, fires, incomplete, looking for Yenski. That'll take us to right at the 1:03 mark. And again, the best part about Lance Moffitt's squad right now is that he is doing all this hanging on to 2 timeouts that he will need down the stretch.
Yeah, Tanner Lundy at the end of this, delivering a shot to Cole Emmel.
And his head bounced off the turf. 1:03 left at the 29. Emmel fires in the flat, and it's dropped. Wanting to turn and run was Yenski. Took his eye off the last second because he was thinking about where he was going to go back to the middle of the field after he caught it. And you'll watch his eyes come off it right at the end as he looked towards the middle of the field. They still have life. 3rd and 10. 2 timeouts. 58 seconds. Emmel tired. Got 3 to the right. Big play here. Emmel fires and dropped again, the 2nd ball in a row. Dropped by his receivers. That time not being able to hang on to it was Trip Dennis, and that'll set up a 4th down. And Fredericksburg is down to their final snap.
Well, you got 53 seconds here. It may not be a bad idea to take a timeout. I mean, I know they'd hate to burn one, but I mean, they got to kind of collect their breath here. And I see a lot of guys that are really, really fatigued. Yeah. These receivers have been running a hell of a lot tonight, Don Harris.
Absolutely. Here we go. This is your football game. And they'll take a timeout. And look how slowly Judd Beard is trying to limp off the field. This kid's got blood down the front of his uniform. He's limp. He laid it all out there. Some of those defensive plays that he made in the first half, I'll never forget. He's cut up on his elbows. He's a warrior, boy. This is fun to watch.
It really is. I mean, and it's really, really encouraging to see 2 teams well coached, laying it all out on the line. I mean, blood and guts, guts and guile, fatigue, trying to overcome that. And, you know, It's just been a real pleasure.
It's what Texas
Hats
football
off.
is all about. We're back
Yep.
in 15.
San Antonio International is the first and only airport to use the Light Strike robot, which is proven to destroy hard-to-kill viruses, to include the virus that causes COVID-19, providing the highest level of cleanliness so you can fly easier, fly safer, and fly confident.
It's been some fun.
Here, here. Final play for the Billies. Immel straight back. Fires and short of the first down. Coming up to make a big tackle for the Boerne Greyhounds. Hold on. We got a flag down. We'll see what it was. Will Pearson made the play to keep them short. But it's going to be against the Greyhounds, it would appear. Gavin French is pointing that way. Judd Beard holding on to his teammate just for some balance. Or maybe a second penalty. Here's David Maxwell. We'll let him tell us what it is. That pass interference on Boerne. An automatic first down, and Shea Hendricks is saying where? Let's see if we can see it from this angle. Oh, 22 on Yenski. Yenski on the Krauser. Anyway, first down, 47 seconds to go. Little bubble to Yenski. He steps out of bounds with 44 to go. If there was pass interference, they're going to call it because Yenski went down.
And they're getting some home cooking
when
with
he
the
was
clock. A good 10
pushed
seconds
down
ran
by
off the clock, too.
Tanner Lundy. It should be 43 on the clock. And they're not going to get it back. 9 seconds went off after he stepped out of bounds.
This press box is rocking.
2nd and 8. French
delivers
a blow inside the 20-yard line. Down to about, let's see where they're going to spot it. The 13, bringing the wood.
Oh, man. 22 was equal to the test, too.
27 left. Going deep to the end zone. Got him and just overshot the intended receiver, Judd Beard, who right now is just completely exhausted.
Man, this has been worth the price of admission, I'm telling you. I'll tell you, I don't know how these guys are going to do in overtime if they stick it in right here.
I know we're social distancing. I want to shake Judd Beard's hand. This kid is leaving everything on the field. Inside the Central Med red zone. Whistles blow. That'll stop it with 21 seconds to go, and Fredericksburg with 1 timeout.
And your man Judd was the happiest guy in the world that Boerne called timeout. Oh, this has been some kind of ball game.
Boy, has it. Boerne protecting a 7-point lead, 21 seconds to go. Fredericksburg knocking on the door. And it's time now for our JD Collision Express collision of the game. And let's give it to our man Beard.
Let's give him all the trophies.
He's playing offense. He's playing defense. I tell you what, the 2 plays he made before that in the first quarter, where Castro was to the house had he not slid over there like he was shot out of a cannon. He's not going to be shot out of a cannon right now. He's got blood running down his shirt. He's got blood on his elbow. He's got blood on his wrist. He's got blood on his thigh pads, his knee pads, his knees all scabbed up. all he's lacking is saying, "Yo, Adrian." He makes it to the far side of the field, 3rd down and 10. Clock runs on the whine. Immel, the out route, caught by Smith at the
stops the clock. 9 seconds to go.
Pass complete to Matthew Smith.
Well, you got plenty of time to run 2 plays.
Now remember, the first touchdown of the game was unguardable, and it was Smith on a fake in and back to the out. Top of your screen, it just worked then again, and they may run it right here. It was automatic in the first quarter. Beard in motion. Immel keeps, goes to the 2. They got a timeout. They'll take it there. Should be about 4 to go. If they get a friendly clock. They put 4 on the clock, and we're down to 1 play.
Of course we do.
Of course we do.
The whole night of football is going to come down to 1 play.
You know, Chuck, we deserve this. After sitting through many first of all, many T&L games over the year that was 50-7.
Yeah.
And we were going through all your notes, and I was going through the uniforms are. This is, you know, and missing football for as much as we have this fall, to kick off the season of T&L this way to go.
Yeah, I mean,
our thanks to Fredericksburg and Boerne.
Amen. Strong tip of the cap. And, you know, Don, I think we both agree that, you know, sitting where we were 3 or 4 months ago, we would gladly take a 50-7 ball game on opening night, because at least it meant we were playing some football.
That's right.
So this has been just an entertaining barn burner of a ball game, and glad we got to watch it up close. All right, let's go. Let's see.
4th and 1. 4 seconds. The whole game on 1 play. Immel in the gun. Yenski in motion. Immel on a roll to his right, throwing back to his left, got a man, caught, touchdown Fredericksburg. Trip Dennis. And the Battling Billies, the way this one's going, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for 2.
I mean, don't you have to? They went back to the well. I mean, obviously they had that play worked earlier, just didn't connect on it, and there it is again, this time with the game on the line. 2 guys go and make a play for you.
What a call by the Fredericksburg coaching staff. And they will line up to kick the extra point. No, they're going to go. They're going to go.
I like this. I don't know if anybody's got
no time on the clock
to play in overtime.
1 play for W. And they're going to blow whistles. And we're going to have a delay a game on Fredericksburg, which will back it up. Does that affect your decision if you're Lance Moffitt?
I don't know. I mean, it might mind. Yeah, it's a totally different animal now. But again, I mean, this is not a league game. So, you know, I mean, I think both coaching staffs are thinking about this too. I mean, got a lot to weigh on this.
Why wouldn't you burn your a final timeout here?
No, they burned their final timeout on that.
Our scoreboard's wrong on our ticker. So they don't have one. And it comes down to this. All right, here we go. Immel rolling, firing.
Got it.
Caught! Good! Fredericksburg wins on a 2-point conversion at the end. Boerne said no. Fredericksburg said yes. And the Battling Billies walk off on a final 2-point conversion here in Boerne.
What a ball game.
What a BB from Immel. Let's see. Got his foot down. Was that Yenski? He held possession, it appeared, and he drug his left foot.
What a play.
I still don't know who caught it, but he caught it. That's a great angle, and sure enough, he had 2 feet down, actually.
Yeah, Yenski making the play, and what a throw. I mean,
oh, it's 17. It's Trip
everything.
Dennis.
Was it?
It was Trip Dennis, 17.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure, but
it doesn't matter.
But they're surrounding him. Holy cow, was that fantastic! That angle, Brian Watts, that you had there at the end was fantastic. The left foot, and then he drags the right foot. That's Yansky. That's Yansky. You're right. You're right.
It doesn't matter. What a ball
play. What a play.
Oh,
when we come back, we'll hand out our Monarch trophies. The Battling Billies on a final 2-point conversion are the winners here tonight. What a way to kick off T&L. We'll come back and hand out the trophies right after this.
Welcome to the Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights postgame show, presented by Thomas J. Henry.
Welcome back to T&L, a thrilling ending here. Time for our Bargain Warehouse Outlet play of the night. What else would it be, right? Fredericksburg going for 2 with no time left on the clock. And Cole Immel completes it to Cade Yansky. And oh my goodness.
He got both feet in.
He got both feet in. It was an amazing catch.
And the ref's right there to make sure that they got it and were Johnny on the spot.
Wow. Wow.
And Yansky's still down. What a ball game.
So many great plays by great players tonight. You think of Judd Beard, you think of Rashawn Galloway, you think of Pakacek of Boerne, and all the players that left it all out there tonight. And the execution down the stretch by Immel, who on a 4th down throws it across the field in perfect in stride to Trip Dennis to get him to within 1, and then that low and outside baseball pitch to a catcher who's signaling to the outside and catching it and getting both feet down. Just amazing.
Best game I think we've done here doing this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go down to the field where Zach's going to be with the happiest guys in the world.
Yeah, Don, Chuck, thanks. I mean, here with quarterback Cole Immel, and you were just commenting about Cole, man. Congrats. I mean, what did you tell your guys after that onside kick?
After the onside kick, I was like, let's go freaking score, shove it down their throat, and we're about to win this thing, you know? But yeah, I was once we got the onside kick, I had a pretty dang good feeling that we were going to score and win the game, so that was a good deal.
Well, and before that, too, your coach Moffitt was walking over telling you, ice in the veins, man.
Yes.
I mean, that 2-point play to end it.
Shoot, I mean, I threw the ball, had all the faith in Cade Yansky. Cade Yansky, I mean, without that, man, I mean, I threw the ball. I did the easy part. The line did a great job blocking up front. I had nobody within 5 yards around me. I fit it in there somehow, and Cade Yansky made a great play. I mean, without Cade, if it was anybody else, I don't know if he would have made the play, but Cade Yansky made that play. That wasn't me at all.
Well, Cole, we're going to keep talking with you here. Coach Moffitt's talking with the rest of your teammates here, but just the history between these two clubs.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, y'all had a 2 overtime game last year.
Yes.
I mean, y'all didn't want to play another quarter or anything.
Heck, no, we didn't. But yeah, the rivalry between Fredericksburg and Boerne is always going to be prevalent. I mean, God dang, no offense to those guys, they play a great game, and you know they don't talk a bunch of trash. They're real good, but we really don't like those guys, to be honest with you. But heck, they played a real classy game. You know, they played it till the end. And shoot, it was a good football game.
Well, Cole, we appreciate your time. We'll let you go and celebrate it with your teammates. Thanks so much. Yes, congrats tonight. Good luck the rest of the season.
I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
You got it. You got it. Guys, back up to you.
All right, we'll throw it to break. When we come back, we'll wrap it up on a thriller of a T&L here to kick off the season in Boerne.
Good stuff.
Well, we're back here. The Billies are celebrating their thrilling 25-24 win. Coach Moffitt just got iced. Coach, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
The best ice bath I've had, for sure. Golly, that was awesome.
Awesome.
What else can you say about that game? I mean, it was all three phases.
Yeah, no, we hit in all three phases tonight. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of our kids. You know, battling Billies. Battling is the thing about Billies. We're never going to quit, and we're always going to keep going. You know, I told them down the end we were going to go for 2 to win the game, and they believed in it, and they made it happen. So I couldn't be more proud of them.
Well, and just another storied chapter between these two teams.
No question. I mean, it's a tough deal. This is a great football program. Kudos to them, man. They're a good team. They did a good job tonight, but, you know, we came out in the end when it mattered.
Coach Moffa, we'll let you go celebrate with your guys. Thank you so much for the time.
Appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
Guys, back up to y'all. Good?
You think he's a happy guy or what? Unbelievable. Congratulations to Fredericksburg. Let's wrap it up by showing you our highlights tonight. And it really comes down to our highlight of the game, right? And that's just, what else? No time left, down 1, or down a score. On 4th down, they go to Trip Dennis, and they have a decision to make. They're going for 2 in the win. No time left. Emmel on a roll, and look at the catch by Cade Yansky.
Yeah.
Dragging toes. That's an NFL-type catch.
Dragging toads, too. But, you know, what's interesting, Don, too, is remember they went for that after the 5-yard penalty, so even more chutzpah, as they say.
Unbelievable. I don't know how we're going to top that. We got 11 more tries as we kick off a fantastic season of TNL. We got Johnson and O'Connor next week. There you go, Jaguars, O'Connor. You got to top this. Boy, fantastic night for Chuck McTinnick and our entire crew. Mark Kusenberger on stats, the wonderful Chris Kotfas as always, Brian Watson, his whole crew, Bernie in Fredericksburg. Bring the juice on the opener. We'll see you next week on week 2 of Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry. Have a great weekend of football, everybody. We kicked it off for you right. We'll see you next week.